I met this guy.
He gets his own music now.
Louis got his own music for the radio
Louis
show.
used to just come in and
I know.
And it was just like, oh, Louis is here. Now he gets his own music where he comes into.
That's right.
Don't you think that's the cheesiest thing ever on radio or any other medium?
When they play your music?
Yeah, when they play the music that you're associated with.
Yeah, no, people out there are loving it, though.
Are they?
Absolutely.
Is that like is that something we don't realize?
Because this song is so fucking cool. That's why.
Well, it is cool.
And I met the guy.
Cool song.
I met the guy at the premiere.
Ian
I was more.
Lloyd.
Yeah, I was more excited to meet him than anybody else.
Oh yeah.
He was sitting at a table trying to be uber polite and saying, I did the theme song, but okay, I'll sit over here. It's all right. It's okay.
That got
He's a great guy, Ian Lloyd.
Wow.
I loved him. We talked for a couple minutes.
Yeah, he did. Our version is our own. We made that ourselves.
Yeah.
And he sang it for us.
Yeah. The actual.
Couldn't find anybody else who could touch it.
The guy.
That's
the,
right.
The guy.
From the stories.
The premiere that we went to was what a great response from everybody. Too.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Fantastic, man. The show's, what can you say? It's so goddamn good.
Thanks, guys.
It's so fucking
good.
I
think we're 3 episodes in already, right?
Four,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, last night was 5. Last night was 5.
Oh, man.
Oh, last night was 5 already?
Yeah.
I'm one behind
I'm one back, yeah.
I'm one back, too.
Damn it.
Yeah, last night was the old racist aunt episode.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
It's pretty good. I ruined it for you already.
It's all right. I'll still love it.
It's the journey of the show, not so much the destination.
Yes.
How do you feel about being nominated for an Emmy?
Great. It was, it makes for a really great morning when you find out.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I would get 4. That was stupid.
That's fucked up. Yeah.
I didn't think I would get 5. I didn't think I'd get Best Actor. That was not anywhere near the
crazy.
radar.
So what?
But
you're up for the show.
So cool.
The show, Best Actor, and what else?
And then writing for the show.
Wow.
And then writing for my special, hilarious.
Oh, wow.
I put out, and editing my special.
Wow.
So picture editing of a variety special.
That's what happens.
The one I'm going to get, probably.
That's what happens when you do all your own shit.
Yeah.
When you get nominated, you really get nominated.
Yeah, you get more.
What if you get all selfish. 4? Are you going to have 4 Emmys?
I will have 4 then, yeah.
I want to see him just get the 4th one, stand up there with all 4 in 2 hands. Yeah, motherfucker! Just being a real asshole about it. Yeah!
That would be a great move, to just be a huge asshole.
Just a huge asshole about it.
Yeah,
it's
not
like,
gracious or anything.
That's not Louis,
this is because I'm better than all of you.
You all suck.
This is proof. You don't have these.
Proof.
I think I sort of have to apologize to Louis because I gave him a backwards compliment, but I want to maybe try to explain further.
What happened?
Yeah?
What happened? You don't have to apologize.
I'm not. I don't even know why. I'm not a huge fan of Joan Rivers. I'm really not, and I don't know why. I probably should be, right? But I loved the Joan Rivers episode in Louis, and I don't know how that came across to you. And I just
I don't have any.
I think
not my mom or anything.
But I think it was trying to show how good this damn show is because you humanized her, and I think I like her now too.
Yeah, she's a very likable person. She works really hard.
Right.
She showed up and she was so into it, and like when I was taking breaks, she was still running lines and.
Really?
It was really important to her to do it well.
She seems like that from the documentary I saw on her.
Yeah.
Like she's constantly got to be at it.
I'm very drawn to that, people that work really hard.
Right.
That are really do it.
So
even
why do you do this show?
We're here.
We
work hard.
We're here out of obligation.
Yeah.
We work hard.
So much artistic integrity.
But you show up every single day.
Well, that's true.
And the Joan Rivers documentary was really good.
Yeah.
But I felt like she's... I don't know. Like, what do you feel about that documentary? Like she didn't.
She came across like she can't just sit down for 1 second and enjoy the fruits of her labor.
Did with her career.
Yeah, I don't know. I never got close enough to her to see that.
But maybe she just likes that part.
She's got like gold gilded chairs and pillows and shit.
So. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got to pay for all that
She's got a
shit.
ridiculous apartment that's, she lives like a queen.
Yeah, but like from what I saw, it would be nice if she sat in that gold gilded chair every so often and relaxed.
And look what I did with my career.
It's always taking calls and this booking and...
I don't know. Would you ever stop to do that? I don't think I would ever. I'd never be that one of those guys.
Not retire guy. No. Yeah. That's like that's the road to death. is retirement.
Not if you play golf.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gotta get out there and golf?
Yeah.
That makes it all worth it.
I love golf, so yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I
love golf.
Opie just went yesterday.
I golfed once. We bought a big carton of balls.
Yeah.
Me and a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And we went 2 holes in, and then there was water. And we hit all of our balls into the water, like 20 balls, and then we went home.
That was it for you.
Yeah, we went. Then we took the cart back to get more balls. And once we got back to the clubhouse, like, let's just get out of here. Like, this is a job. It's my fucking job all of a sudden. I'm like a fucking migrant worker pulling balls around like I have to do this.
Right.
God damn, that's so good. That's
really funny.
So true.
And there's always people wanting to play. There's always upset people
that want to play through.
Yeah, come on.
Well, because you're not supposed to hit all your balls on one hole.
No.
The proper thing is all right, I hit in the water. I got to drop it. I got to drop it somewhere around the water and move forward.
Yeah.
Not hit another 20 balls.
Stand there. I didn't know.
Golly, I'm hot today. Yeah.
It's the only game where you get to cheat. It's the only game where you're allowed to go, all right, well.
Yeah, look.
Take 1 point off.
Yeah, point off.
And then you get.
I'll put the ball here.
On? Yeah.
I'll put the ball here because I can't seem to get it over the water.
No, it's ridiculous.
It really is something stupid.
I play with guys and they'll come up with this mulligan thing, which is not an official rule.
No.
I think we all should take a water ball mulligan. That's not the PGA. You can't do that.
They made up a name for something that doesn't even exist.
I've heard hangover mulligans. You know, we're all drinking last night, so let's do a hangover mulligan.
No. That's like in baseball, like you strike out and go, I'm going to take a stashy. And then go, what's that? Yeah. What's that? It's an extra swing.
No, I get a 4th strike.
I get a 4th strike. Yeah. We call it a stashy. Yeah. What? Oh, okay.
No,
just make up a word and say.
Because I got jet lag. You know.
Yeah.
We had to fly in late last night.
We're all
jet
going
lag.
4.
We're going to go 4 strikes today for a little while.
Yeah, I can't seem to get the ball over the fence.
Louis, I need advice.
Yeah.
I love when you talk about your kids.
Yeah.
I really do. And
you have a baby now, right?
14-month-old, and I'm starting to go to the playgrounds.
Yeah.
So
And
am I. I don't have a kid.
I had another incident yesterday. I've had 2 major incidents.
Oh.
First of all,
what the fuck happened? Why are you having incidents?
First of all, I think all kids.
Exactly.
I think all. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you'd be the only one.
What's happening to you?
I think all kids, first of all, are passive aggressive assholes.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Well, no, they're not. They're just.
What?
They don't have the layers yet.
Yeah, but I do. So when I see him act like that, I go, "You're a passive aggressive asshole."
People take in each other passive aggressively. The kid doesn't have any.
How about when there's a little sprinkler shooting water up, a kid will step on it and then go, "Oh, if I just move my foot like this, I could spray this little baby in the face." And I let that shit go on. Obviously, I don't want to raise a wimp.
No, that's true.
And then they'll run away like, I know what I just did there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's passive aggressive.
So what happened that it was an incident, though? Because that happens 50 times a minute. Playground.
But my kid is he's probably the smallest kid in the playground. I might have went to the
14 months,
playground a little early, but he's in a little puddle because that's what you do in New York City. You allow him to hang out in a puddle.
Yeah, and asphalt covered with
it's
homeless guy peed on.
It smells like shit. We got to shower and bathe him as soon as we get home.
Yeah.
So he's got a bucket in front of him filled with water. He's just discovering that he could fool around with a pail and water.
Yeah.
Kid comes running from easily 20 feet away. He's about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And tries to kick he does kick the pail like it's a football.
Yeah.
The pail, the water, everything goes flying into my kid.
Oh, wow.
And I jump up and I actually said, I don't give a fuck. This is an exact quote. I don't give a fuck how small you are. I will beat the shit out of you.
Really? You said that to a kid?
See, now, wow. I knew Louis would not be able to
I was praying
commiserate with you.
Louis would go, yeah, I totally get it. I lost my mind. And then a nanny popped up. Because as soon as I said that, I knew there's going to be consequences. I'm like, okay, if there's a father here, I'm fucked.
She doesn't give a fuck, though, right?
She didn't care. She actually grabbed the kid and gave him a timeout.
Right. Yeah, you shouldn't have done it.
She knew that the kid. But then I'm standing there as all the other moms are looking at me like, wow, look at this fucking asshole, right? Yeah. But then one mom kind of nuzzles up to me and goes, I just want to tell you, I'm glad you did that because that kid's a real asshole.
Yeah.
He broke 2 of my kids' toys. Mm-hmm. So I guess he's already a terror.
Yeah, look, I don't think you did the kid any harm. I'm more worried about you. That's
something you just probably shouldn't do.
I came in and
that just means you got to have a little more tolerance than that. And not for fuck the kid. Let him get cursed at. I don't give a shit. It's not going to help you with some moms. You might get to fuck that mom later if things, knows.
Louis knows that part of it. I go, the best, fuck the dog in New York City. If you're a single guy with kids, how are you not getting laid? These moms are bored all day. Yeah. They strike up conversations with you.
Mm-hmm. I never knew.
Fat and ugly.
You got to be a pig sticker. Right?
I never knew there was something going on. Like, I assumed if you had a kid and you went to the park and you played, like, this was a one-time deal where you would see people and then go home and never see them again.
You see them all the time.
Like these, you see the same people. Yep. See, that's something I didn't even fathom.
Oh, God.
So that these moms, you're seeing them every day and the same dumb kids, and she's like, that kid's an asshole. Like, you get to know the kids are idiots and the parents are stupid.
Yes, you get to know.
You get to know all the people.
I don't think it's so bad that you did it in a way that you cursed out the kid. I mean, I think kids are overprotected, and
Louis, I'll be honest.
You got to get some consequences.
I'll be honest. I was out of my mind, and it wasn't right. But then I came in and I told Jimmy and Ann, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this parenting thing because I'm going to lose my mind to a point I'm going to probably get the shit kicked out of me by somebody. Yeah. And it's not like I'm
if it happens, then that'll be a correction.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
True.
If it doesn't happen, you'll learn that gives you power that you can wield.
And
you'll be fine.
I'm not being overprotective. If there's kids around his age range and he gets pushed over something, I'm letting all that shit happen. Absolutely. Right. But when it's a 5 or 6 year old, aggressively, pretty much almost kicking my kid in the head, I don't know how to handle that properly. I just don't.
Yeah, no, you're learning. You're finding out.
I pushed a kid off my son yesterday in another park.
You pushed him off, though,
and
physically,
not to the point where cops need to be involved. And then his mom comes running over, knows the kid was wrong in this instance too, because my kid is really small. And then the kid will listen to the mom, and I go, "You better listen to her, or you're going to find out the hard way." Was that bad?
Sometimes I've interceded with kids. When their parents couldn't, when you see a parent just losing with a kid, I'll give a kid dirty looks, like kind of scare the shit out of them. Looks.
Yeah, you can really scare kids with looks.
Like when a kid's being a brat, like, no, I want it, and the parents just doesn't have the fucking strength. I'm sorry, honey, I want it, and I always stare at them. Like, I glare into their eyes and I don't look away. And the kid starts locking in going, why the fuck is that guy looking at me?
Yeah.
And I just stare at them. Like, I see what a piece of shit you are.
Yeah.
I see it. Because they do know.
Yeah.
They know they're being assholes. They know they're being pieces of shit.
It is a world I had no idea about, man. I mean, your kid wanders off and starts playing with another kid. Now, you're sort of following behind, but you're making it look like he's just on his own. And then all of a sudden, there's another parent there. And the first question you ask is, hey, how old's your kid? Every time. I don't give a fuck how old their kid is, but all of a sudden you're doing small talk with somebody you would never talk to. Oh, she's 17 months. Well, mine's 14 months.
Oh, really? That's the whole...
Yeah. Over and over and over again. That's the conversation.
Sounds like Dullsville to me.
Oh, yeah. And then...
it's pretty boring, but...
And then either one of the kids...
I get the rage, though. I get that. That's happened to me before, where somebody's fucked with one of my daughters and I want to kill the kid. Or when you just see a kid walking around with a stick, like slamming it into the ground, and you're looking like, who the fuck is watching that kid?
He's looking for trouble.
Who's their parent? And then you realize, it's a grandparent. Like they're out with their grandparents.
Yeah,
the grandparents don't do shit.
Oh, they don't have the
No.
One more
gumption.
One more, and we can certainly move on. The other day, another kid. I had nothing to do with him. I didn't yell at him. Nothing. Kid, he's about 3, comes walking up to me, looks right at me, and hisses at me. And runs away.
Like a cat?
And I'm like, I want to fucking kick your ass.
Hissing noise at you.
I'm like, why are you hissing at me?
Because he's a dumb kid.
Kids are weird,
a lot of New York kids are raised in, alternative education, and they're given a very special education led by their own curiosity, and it turns them into really egotistical little assholes.
Little shitheads. Yeah. That's great.
Kids that go to public school are kind of checked by society.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to fit in. They have the people that are more aggressive.
Yeah.
People that are more passive. It's their little society.
Figure out, yeah.
Right. They figure out people.
Fucking some of these kids. Oh, they're awful. And there's a kid in my daughter's class who's not okay. I mean, this kid's vicious, and his mom is
already, right?
Yeah, and his mom is just ugh. So I'll take moments and say, you got to stop that. I've said some pretty serious shit to that kid.
Yeah,
you got to get your hands off my daughter. Wow. I've said to him, off my daughter, like he's a grown up, like he owns a gas station or something. Keep your hands off my daughter.
And the kid's personality is already set. I look around that playground,
he's a mess.
And I already know who's going to be in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You know the whole deal. You know the sweet kids.
Yep.
The asshole, like, tough guy kids.
It's good, though. It's good to observe the people, though, and parents. Like, I've seen all kinds of... There was the last place I lived before the one I live now, there was a park, and there was a gay dad who was a really stern gay dad. I'd never seen that before. He was really, really gay, and he was like, I am going to slap you in the mouth if you don't stop. He was really strict and tough and very gay. Anthony, stop it. Look at me because I'm fucking serious. This little tiny kid.
Yeah, and how do you...
Well, his kid doesn't know.
Yeah.
His kid grows up with him being the tough guy, so he doesn't go, right. Come on, Dad, you're queer.
He's like, stop with that voice.
He thinks that's what a angry person sounds like.
You're trying to be angry and trying to give me that voice, but we all hear it.
Yeah.
It's certainly a weird
I don't know.
Weird world I'm trying
I can't imagine.
Adjust to. I'm really trying, but I don't want to talk to these fucking people.
You have to.
No,
you don't really have to.
You don't?
No?
Bring a paper, bring your phone.
I'm
just look at your hands and just give people one-word answers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because don't they come up to you? Because if your
do,
kids are playing together, you're like,
how old's your, hey, how you doing? Huh? Did you come here yesterday? Yup. And then you turn your fucking face away from their face. And you feel them, you sort of, when your peripheral vision, you see them going, ugh.
Oh, what an asshole.
And then walking away, and that's the end of that person in your life.
I
do it all the time.
That's so hard to do. It's hard to be an asshole. It's very hard to be an asshole without this microphone in front of me.
No,
out in public, I kind of want to be liked. And I'll be overly, like, if somebody's talking to me, I will, in my head, I'll be going, shut the fuck up. I'll literally, sometimes I even mouth it like a ventriloquist. Like, I'm pretty good at, like I could smile and be like, why don't you shut the fuck up? Just shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And they're just talking. So I can't but I'll be like, yeah, nod my head and they'll keep going. Like, I'd love to be able to go, yup, nope.
I tend to do that now. I didn't used to, but I do that now. And sometimes if I take my kids to Central Park, there'll be people there with their kids. There's certain areas, like there's these waterfalls and your kids can play near them. And somebody will have kids and they'll recognize me. And me and my kids and their kids are playing.
Oh, now they're got it in.
Hey, you're on TV. And I'm like, yep, okay, girls, let's go home. It's the end of that.
I saw that Louis guy.
To this guy. I don't care how much you're bonding with that kid. I don't care how nurturing that is.
That Louis guy from TV, what an asshole. Yes. I saw him in the park.
Totally.
And our kids were like playing and shit. And he just was a fucking asshole.
All I did was say, hey, I saw your show. His show's not even that good.
I
was being nice.
But that guy's dreaming like, our kids are getting along.
Yes.
We're going to have play dates. I'm going to go to Louis' house. Nope, sorry.
Not gonna happen.
Hey, we got a therapist on the line really quickly.
Right.
Steve calls the show from time to time. Steve, Connecticut, go.
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Opie, I think you're 100% right on the money with what you did. We're living in a world that's a moral never land, and kids don't get consequences because everybody's afraid of being politically incorrect. I think you did exactly the right things.
Well, I'm worried because I know I'm going to go too far, and then I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me.
Well, I know it takes a village thing. Those kids don't just need their parents; they need other people. They need to find out from other people that you can't fuck around.
Right.
You're going to get a reaction.
This is your kid. If you're not going to protect them, who will? So I say you're right on the mark.
Oh, really? Telling a kid I'll beat the shit out of him. He was 5.
Well,
you're a therapist.
You don't need the language is for you. You don't need the language.
Right.
You know what I mean? The kid's he's not going to be particularly impressed. All I would say is fuck is wasted there. Mm-hmm. And it's only going to, it's only going to bum people out in a way that you don't need.
Yeah.
If you say to a kid, I don't care how little you are, I'm going to kick your ass or whatever, I will hurt you. If you say it perfectly cleanly, it's actually worse for the kid.
I'm going to try that
because it sounds real.
I'm going to try it next time.
So, are you? Or
I'm going to stay away from playgrounds for a while.
You're playing parental Russian roulette.
I know.
Because you've pulled it off a few times.
I know.
You've clicked on an empty chamber, and but one of these days a parent is really going to get mad. Maybe the mother will be there and the father, and then the father will come over, and now you got that confrontation.
I don't think that's
one that usually a girlfriend would get you into.
Right.
You know?
Yes, a girlfriend who doesn't get
saying shit.
Yeah.
I've told that story in a fucking movie theater once, and there was a row of Hispanic, a whole family behind us, and just in front of us, just yapping, wouldn't stop. And my girl went from 0 to 100. Just went, would you shut the fuck up?
That's crazy.
And then it's like, oh no, you didn't say that to me. I was going, you fuck you and stuff. And then the guy that was with her actually went, he turned to me and goes, oh well, she put her in battle mode. Battle mode. And I'm just like, great, now I gotta diffuse this. Because I can't fight my way out of this. I had to diffuse it.
She's fucking with your dick. She's like,
yes! She's fucking with my dick.
Yeah.
And we actually wound up having to get up and go into a different theater to watch the movie. Because there was a threat of physical harm to her. And then I can't just sit there as she's getting her face pummeled. No. So I got to jump in, which means the guy's got to jump in.
Yeah.
And now there's a big brouhaha. Mm-hmm. And I don't need that. Mm-mm. But what I'm seeing is something that's very similar. You could get yourself into that type of brawl situation.
I'm fully aware. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm an idiot.
You know the thing that people seem
I know I'm an idiot, and I got to figure this shit out because it's going to get bad.
The thing that people seem to forget is that if it's not okay ever to hit anybody, though. Like, even if you yell at if somebody yelled at your kid,
right?
Somebody called your girlfriend a cunt in public, you're still not allowed to hit them.
But a lot of people do, especially if you yell at a kid or
it's like whenever there's cops on a scene, whenever there's a fight and cops show up, they always remind everybody of shit that, like, well, he said the thing. It doesn't matter.
The cop has to say,
you're not allowed to hit a person.
You hit him because he said something.
Yeah, no matter. It doesn't matter what he said. You may not raise your fucking hand to another human being. Unless they were doing it to you. And that's the only reason you're allowed to.
Right.
And you have self-control like that?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hit anybody if they said something.
I will.
It's unacceptable to hit somebody because of verbs that came out of their mouth. It's amoral.
I will hit a father.
Now, what happens in a situation where you're facing off? Like, there's a point where you go, there's a fight going to start, and it's probably best I get the first fucking lick in, you know?
Yeah, for self-defense. That's the only reason it's okay to hit anybody.
Yeah, okay.
Is to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Not because you're angry because they said some shit. When you're fucking 4, you're not allowed to do that.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
I'm surprised
I don't like fights.
Because you don't like what they said?
Yeah.
I don't like that, and so I get to fucking injure your body? That's ridiculous.
Roll up my hand into something hard.
Yeah, and punch you in the fucking eye and maybe blind you into your eyeball?
Because I didn't like what came out of your mouth.
And fucking introduce a random violent energy that could end with somebody dying.
Right. You never know.
Every time you're in a fight, you've rolled the dice.
Yeah,
Something really fucked up could happen.
There's been people that have punched people and they fall, bang their head, and they're dead. Some guy's in prison going, I just went to clock him in the face like I do all the time.
Because his kid was an asshole.
Yeah, he said something kind of a little untoward.
And now you're shackled at the ankles.
I wasn't pleased with the things he said. So now I'm in prison for the rest of my life, and he's blind. And we met and cried. There was a whole reunion.
We made up. But
then I still had to go back to my cell.
Yeah, I'm in prison. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
No, it's not okay.
All right. I got to work on it.
Oh, Opie.
The other thing is because he's so young and has just complete innocence still.
Yeah.
Like seeing, like I see it, but he doesn't see it yet. Disappointment.
Yeah.
How did he deal with that?
Get the fuck used to that shit.
That's brutal.
You got to let him. You mean for him being disappointed?
He's not disappointed yet, but like all of a sudden he'll innocently go up to another kid to try to play, or like hand him one of his toys, and the kid will either completely ignore him or rip the toy out of his hand and run away.
Yeah.
And my fucking heart breaks.
Yeah, yours is breaking.
Oh, I know he doesn't
He's
understand
fine.
that yet.
Yeah, it's not that he doesn't understand. It's that he's okay. I mean, this is something I learned from my first daughter.
Yeah.
Was how to have any positive outlook on life at all. Like I learned it from her. I let her lead me out of the wilderness of that. Because to me, it's like, as soon as she was born, my first thought was, when is she going to realize that this is life is torture? Like, when is it going to hit her?
When does it hit?
Because she looks so happy, and she, I thought, because I always used to think about birth as this awful, you were in a womb and it was warm. Your body was filled with fluid, warm fluid. Like there was no conflict.
Like being in the Matrix.
Yeah. Taking a breath is an immediate, like it's an invasion.
Yeah.
You can feel your body attack whatever came in that shouldn't have. The air is a little cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's the way I look at life as a struggle, just being alive.
Right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I figured a kid is born and then they're like, just irritated and angry, but she was so positive. She was so happy to be alive. And so I realized to her, somebody taking, her reaching out to somebody and then walking away, she's like, well, somebody, something else will happen. I can do this by myself. Your kid isn't stupid. Your kid is just looking at life from a positive. Your kid's not like, oh, fuck, that kid walked away from me.
That's what you say.
That's what you feel.
That's what I'm seeing, actually.
Yeah, but you let the kid follow the kid's example. A baby's a perfect person in a way. They're like an animal. They're like that. You can learn what human beings are really like from babies,
right?
Because you're seeing a human instinct without any
bullshit
shit that's been pumped in from
So
other
you get
people.
a sense, like babies' diets are perfect. Because they just eat what they need. So all of a sudden your baby will only eat carrots for like a month. Well, it's beta carotene deficiency.
Just needs that.
Yeah, your baby's not like, oh, I can't stop fucking eating carrots. Your baby just wants that thing for a while. And they'll stay away from the grains you give them or whatever.
I'm fucking learning some stuff today.
This to me though sounds like parenthood is a fucking nightmare. I don't see it.
Great.
No, it sounds like it's just years of this emotional roller coaster that a human shouldn't have to go through.
It is.
It's just.
But the attachment you have, it's hard to explain. It is great. I'm with Louis. I'm all in. I love it. But I'm trying to learn.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to learn my way around it.
Well,
still.
that's so. As long as you're doing that, you're fine. As long as you're actually trying to learn and not trying to hold on to what you were like before.
Oh no,
that's it. Just say goodbye, huh?
Oh yeah, but that's
a lot of that's
positive. You get rid of shit that because your life becomes just a series of cravings and disappointments and gray versions of shit that you thought you were going to get. But if you give up on all the things you thought you used to want, you start getting new shit from it.
A lot of that stuff has already left me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got some things I got to figure out, like how to not curse at little kids and things like that.
Right.
But in general, my life is drastically
The fact
different.
that you leave that situation introspective and asking questions from people means that you're doing fine.
Yeah.
If you were just a fucking kid and I said, fuck you, and his mom looked at me, I was like, fuck her. And then if you just stayed that way, people that you can just see, that guy's not thinking about what he's doing. Mm-hmm. He's not even gaining from the guy.
This might be impossible for you guys to even consider because you're so emotionally attached
but this
to your
just sounds
children.
like a hassle to you.
I understand. But are there things that you absolutely can't do now that you would love to be able to do, but you have kids? Like, I understand the great part is having the kid and there's all that love stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But like that aside, and I don't even know if you could put that aside, but if you could, just put that personal thing that you're in love with this little human being. Are there things that you're like, fuck, man, I really want to do that?
Well, yeah, but some of them die down after a while, and you can do a lot. I can't think of anything I really can't do that I want to do. I mean, I wouldn't mind moving to another town. Sometimes I think about that.
Yeah?
Like, at this point in my life, what if I could move to San Francisco or Philadelphia for, or Canada or some shit? I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't really do it because I got to maintain my kid's life. So there's a stability that I got to maintain.
Yeah, it seems
that I can't walk away from. But still, I mean, to me, the best thing in the world is to have kids and then get divorced. Because then you really can do anything you want.
Because it's more the wife that would hold you back than the
right.
kids.
I have my kids half the week, and even if you get along with your wife, you have to make bargains and compromises with pretty much every moment of your life. Especially once there's a kid, you start. You got to share that responsibility. So you start every moment. It's like, where are you going? If you start leaving the house, wait, what are you doing? Because I would like to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, okay.
So where are you going right now? It better be, I'm just going to walk around. No, not good enough. You're sitting here. Because I'd like to walk around. So neither of us is going to get to walk around.
So we'll just be miserable.
We're just going to
sitting
sit
in
here
this
with
room.
the fucking baby till one of us has like an emergency reason to get out of here. That's what it starts to be.
We take turns.
That's horrible.
We don't spend as much time as we used to together because we're taking turns because we don't have a lot of help.
It's really smart to do that, to take turns.
But we take turns. Like,
each other.
You just made a great point. Why are we both sitting here? One of us can watch the kid. I do a lot of quality things with my son. So now I'm going to go to the gym.
Yeah.
She has her thing she wants to do, and we kind of take turns. But unfortunately, that means we're not together as much as probably we would like.
Wow.
But we understand that.
It's great that you're doing that. And if one person's awake, the other person should fucking be sleeping.
Yes.
So that they'll be useful when the other person finally taps out.
It's
just the dumbest thing in the world. It's like having if you're driving a car and then you go just turn the other one on in the garage and let it run while you're driving one car.
Makes no sense. Louis.
Why would you do that?
Yeah,
because the car that's driving is like, no, if I'm out here dragging people and groceries around, you're going to at least be running, you piece of shit. Like if your cars were married to each other.
A lot of parents make that mistake where they put the kid in the room or whatever and they both have to stay awake all night. He's making an amazing point.
If you guys have a good relationship then, because the only reason to share that shit is because you don't like each other.
Right.
Because you want to put each other through shit.
Through some hell.
No, that's the best is when you can do that. And you're doing the right thing by spending a lot of time with your kid because you start getting, it's like the thing you're dismissing in the first sentence. Yeah, I get the love, but.
Okay. That's
thing,
the big part.
That's the huge part.
It's like saying, look, I get that you like living blah, 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 but why not kill yourself? I mean, granted, life is worth living. Death is terrifying, but still, why don't you just die?
But there is a sacrifice that's being made by having children. I don't know whether it's that important of a sacrifice or whether the child is such a great thing that the sacrifice isn't even a sacrifice to you.
Well, for dads, it's the thing that you don't know automatically is that you should be with the kid.
Right.
So I kind of had this instinct, be with the kid is a lot. And then it's not a sacrifice. Like the fucking shit you have to do, the amount of errands you have to run, and shit you have to go, like the logistics of keeping food and supplies in the house. Well, the thing I started doing is just always bring the kid with you. Mm-hmm. Always, I'll take him, and then the mom is like, fuck, great. Because your kid is great company. They're great. They're really fun to be with. Mm-hmm. If you go out, I used to love going out shopping for 50 things as long as I had my daughter with me. She's just somebody to talk to.
Right. And you see the world through their eyes.
Yeah, you get to show your kid like I used to go to the supermarket, which I used to hate doing. Yeah. But I'm like, I take a watermelon off the shelf and put it in her lap. Look at this. It's a fucking watermelon. You never seen one of those before, have you? And she's got this green. She's never seen I handed her first watermelon and watched her look at it and go, Jesus.
That's amazing.
And she just held it in her lap.
I see Travis laughing his ass off, too, because Travis is a new dad. We're relatively new, 2-year-old.
2-year-old. Yeah, that's right.
So Travis gets this, too.
I always gave my daughter access to the real world. I don't believe in, like, toys are shit. Toys are like fake things.
So, but a watermelon is like, holy shit, that's a watermelon.
Or just give her your computer. Just here, take this. Just give her fucking movie cameras and shit to just hold. And,
see, whenever I see kids doing that, all I can think of is they're going to break it. They're going to fuck it up.
They might. I might break it.
I think
I don't care. True. I don't take care of my shit anyway.
Following your logic, like you don't have a connection to the kids, so it's hard to explain.
Right.
Like you just see like other people's kids, and you're like, why would you do that? But as soon as your son is born, your life changes fucking instantly. Yeah. And it's hard to explain to anyone. And then maybe some of the stuff you miss, like we used to go down to the Caribbean every year. This year we didn't go.
Yeah.
I miss it, yes. But like Louis says, it's sort of pushed down though. I'm not craving it like, fuck, I can't believe we didn't go this year. It's okay.
Yeah.
And it's just okay.
See, that was my point. Like, that's okay.
Yeah, but we're going to go next year and I'm going to bring the kid and I know we're going to have a great time.
Everything they do that fucks with you is positive in the end. Like my kids, when they'd wake me up at 6 and I went to sleep at 3 because I'm a night person.
Well,
they wake me up and the feeling in my brain would hurt a lot. Like, I don't want to fucking be up right now.
Yeah.
But within 10 minutes, we're talking. I'm talking to them.
And
they're in the morning, they got a good attitude in the morning. I've got one eye open and I'm going, yeah, what? Daddy, I had a dream. Okay, what? And I'm just listening to it. And then I'm like, wow, you had that dream? That is, then you're getting into conversation with your kid and they're nice to you. You know? I mean, some people have a contrary relationship with their kids.
Yeah.
And they are always, Dad! Like those kind of kids.
Yeah.
Fucking, I would tap right out of that life. I'd fucking dye my hair and get the fuck out. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Both of my girls and I have really good and the little one and I, we fight sometimes and it's contentious, but never feels like a bad fun.
Yeah.
It's also when your kid is being an asshole, it feels good to know you're there to correct it and to say, nah, you're not. Like when I lock horns with my daughter, she wants something and I'm not going to give it to her and she's crying. I feel great.
Really?
Yeah. I feel great that I'm there showing her, you don't get that. You don't get to have it.
And
why? There's not a good reason. You just don't.
You just don't because I said so.
You just don't.
And there's no embarrassment in public places with temper tantrums and stuff.
Couldn't care less. No,
you couldn't care less.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to give a fuck either.
Yeah, I don't care.
Because I hate that. I look around and when kids are being like loud and stuff, I don't mind I do mind all the time. But there are certain places I understand, like, all right, I'm in a mall. There's a kid, he doesn't want to be here. He's going to be yelling and screaming. I could get away from the situation. But there are other places, movie theaters, things where I'm like, shut that fucking kid up or take him the fuck out of the movie. You're missing the movie. Take your kid out, pick him up, go out to the lobby and fix that problem. But if
the kid is the same, I mean, the kid, I always, though, also remember that your kid is a citizen of the country, too. Your kid has rights. Like, I go crazy when people, like, fucking knee my kid in the face because they're not looking.
Holy shit.
They don't give, people don't give a shit. And it's like, my kid has fucking rights, So to me, it's like the kid who's yelling in a movie theater is no different than the fucking dirty Hispanics you were talking about. It's the same thing. They're just being loud assholes. The kid is,
Don't you think you could avoid some of that stuff by raising them properly, though? I know you're not going to be perfect, but
I don't think
my kid's going to be acting up in.
No, my kids wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You can tell when you look at the parent that they're weak.
Yes,
and that they don't do it at home. They don't try. They get underwater with it.
They're allowing too much.
Yeah, I don't.
Not too much.
No, my kids don't. They don't make a scene. They generally don't.
Yeah,
and if they, and also the other thing is, people get too bent on getting through their day the way they planned it. So when your kid explodes and you're trying to push through the day, I cancel everything.
Yeah.
If we're getting into a hairy thing with one of the kids, I just put everything down on the sidewalk and sit on the sidewalk and go, we're not going now.
See, you have this.
Let's talk about this. That's because I don't have. That's because I'm not married.
Yeah.
I get to do that.
Wow.
If you're married, you got to fucking plan everything. This is again, if you're getting along, this isn't a bad marriage.
Right.
You have to plan everything. You have to agree on every fucking detail of how something's going to go down, and you have to stick to your plans. That's a nightmare. I took my kids camping a couple weeks ago, and the reason it worked is because I was able to do it myself, and I had the power to pull the plug on the whole thing.
You did your way.
Yeah, I said, let's just get in the car and just go south. And I went to a sporting goods store with the girls, and I'm buying a tent and sleeping bags, and like, are we going camping? I was like, we might. I said, I don't know yet. I haven't decided if this is going to happen. We're going to buy these things. We may or may not use them. So we put all this shit in the trunk, the camping stuff, and we drove. In my head, I was like, I didn't have a place to stop. I didn't use a map. I just fucking drove down the Jersey Shore, and we saw a hotel. So let's stay there tonight. Stayed in a hotel. Next day, I always had the option to just run back home.
It's like you're on the lam.
Yeah, exactly. Found a ferry that goes to Delaware from New Jersey in Cape May, and this beautiful ferry boat. Just found it. Went to Cape May.
I'm all about that.
Oh,
I don't like a plan. I just want to jump in the car and go sometimes.
And the kids don't know, and they don't give a shit. And then there's a state park. I see a sign for a state park, and I go, hey, do you want to go camping and sleep in a tent tonight? And they're like, yeah. And so I pull over. But again, as I'm putting on, I never looked at the instructions for the tent. I opened the tent at the campsite.
Yeah.
And as I start building it in my head, I'm like, if this gets gnarly, there's a fucking hotel 10 minutes from here. We'll just go to the hotel.
Kept it
safe. But we did it. We spent the night in the middle of the wilderness.
Yeah.
A 6 and a 9-year-old. And there's a well with a pump. And they were cleaning and we made dinner. It was fucking amazing. It was one of the greatest nights I ever spent on earth.
It's the best way to do things. I was recently in Philly for a birthday party. And we had to go all the way up to Rochester to hang out, at Brother Weeze's place. He has a cottage on the bay. So we're leaving, and my wife goes, where are we staying tonight? And we were leaving at 8:30 at night. I go, I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. And to me, that was really exciting.
Yeah.
I know there's a million motels out there. We're not going to sleep in our car.
No.
But I don't know where we're sleeping yet.
No.
I don't know how many hours I want to drive. We might drive all the way.
Yep.
I might get a cup of coffee and just make it all the way to Rochester. Or we might stop in an hour because I'm like, fuck this, or maybe 3 hours. And it's freeing.
See, that is. It's great. I mean, that's what with my girls, I called it a road trip. We just said, we're on the road. We're not going, where are we going? I don't know.
Yeah. No real
we just went on a road trip. And because they're not fucking nosy grown-ups.
They don't have to know.
Well, how far is it? Where are we going? Can you just find out? Can you call? They're just in the back seat reading and having a good time. And then once in a while I'd stop and go, get out here. What is this? It's a national preserve. Look at the birds. They're like, wow. And then we're camping. We fucking camp. We wake up, we break camp. And then next thing you know, they're in Washington, D.C. They had no idea how close they were. I'm like, this is the nation's capital. Look at Abraham Lincoln. They're like, oh my God. And I wrote my manager right before I left because I thought I might be in D.C. to say, do you know anybody at the White House? It's like, do I have any connection to the White House? But they didn't know this. If I had a wife, I think I might be able to. Do you really know anybody? Did you get us the thing at the White House? But that morning I woke up, the morning we got to D.C. and they said, we got you a tour with one of Obama's speechwriters has a fucking he wants to get into comedy.
Oh, shit. So you had to listen to his
jokes. So I just take my daughters to the White House. They have no idea. Just come on. Just come over here. And we go up to the gate and I tell my name and they open the gate to the fucking White House. And we walked in and had a personal tour by this dude.
And looking at it from a kid's perspective, that's way better.
It's a great day.
Because he has they have no idea what's going to happen.
But they also don't have an idea that is an amazing dad right there.
Oh, yeah.
That is like
I went to the White House.
Super dad just took him camping, White House, friggin' a hand pump. Yeah. That's great shit.
It was insane.
And that's not like, oh, fuck, all right, let's go,
But anyway,
let's go to the mall, buy some shoes.
Exactly. What Louis teaching you, it's not like everything has to be planned and stuff. You could just go with it, even though, like in my case, it's a 14-month-old. You would think maybe we should have a planned fucking
And that's the thing I always thought, like, okay, and from hearing, spontaneity, like, disappears when you have kids.
Oh,
but
sure,
you just, like, that
If you're on your own,
the ultimate in spontaneity.
You can do it, and they don't know how. I mean, I'm sort of looking ahead a day, and I'm looking at possibilities. I'm using my iPhone and finding shit.
Sure.
But if the White House thing had fallen through, they never would have known it was even on tap.
Yeah, right. No disappointment.
No, you just do. Oh, okay, we got this. Come on over here.
Yeah,
let's do this.
You could have gone to the park across the street and look at homeless people, and that would have been cool too.
And then at the end of the whole trip, we had to drive home. So it was like a 5-hour drive.
Yeah,
and I told them, you're going to pay for the trip now. It's 5 hours of driving through fucking New Jersey. It's not going to be in Delaware.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's payment.
Yeah, it's worth it.
It's worth something, man.
Yeah, I don't think being a parent has to be a major sacrifice. You're certainly making sacrifices, but it doesn't have to be so drastic.
Yeah, you take your kids to what you do, and I mean, as their lives get more involved, you have to start. It's hard in New York. It's hard because you have to manage all their lives.
Yeah.
You have to go to all their shit. You have to arrange all their shit.
You can't let them outside,
It's like a lot, but it becomes a traffic. It becomes a traffic jam in your head that you just learn to. Yeah, it just becomes second nature.
See, I like sleep. See, and that's something you don't seem to get a lot of. I noticed when you talk to parents. I like guns. Guns and children, don't really go together that well. Anytime you hear about that combination, it's never good. Mm-hmm. I like drinking a lot.
Yeah.
That seems to be a bad thing around kids.
Yeah, you can't have like the Martin Sheen in the hotel room nights.
Right.
When you have a kid, you can't.
But I'm thinking
where somebody will call you, how are you? And you're like, oh, fine. And they don't know that it's been like 72 hours.
Yeah, bender. Just the total. Benders are out.
Yeah, they're gone.
No more benders.
Well, Kenny told me once that he used to like to drink a lot. Club Soda Kenny. He had his pops,
Yeah.
I go, why'd you stop drinking? He goes, because kids don't understand hangovers.
Yeah.
So that was his thing. He's like, fuck this. I'm not going to wake up after drinking all night, 3 hours sleep.
Like if a kid tries to pound you on the head and wake you up at 6 a.m. when you have a raging hangover and want to sleep till noon, there's a problem.
But see, I would consider that an upgrade to your life.
Right. Look, I'm not saying.
I would look at that as an improvement.
Fuck that. I'm sacrificing a hangover for kids. Fuck that.
Suddenly you're getting up at 6 with a clear head and actually greeting your kid with breakfast when they wake up. You're actually a better human being now.
I do understand where that's coming from. I'm not trying to sell the hangover part as the one of the sacrifices.
You really got to get rid of selfishness.
Yeah, but again,
that part
have
has
kids
to go.
and then get divorced because I get both.
Right. Okay, yes.
My kids are with me half the week, 3.5 days, and it's not. So I'm not visiting with them. I'm really raising them, but I get a whole half of the fucking every week.
So does it affect
I'm just a grown up?
You're dating, with dating and stuff.
I do whatever I want. Yeah.
So that's not
when
an
I'm
issue.
with the kids, that's time to be with the kids.
Yeah.
And also, I'm a better father because when I'm with the kids, I put everything else aside. I don't have to juggle kids, and I'm also self-employed, and what I do, I can control.
Right.
When I work, even on my show when we're in production, we only shoot half a week. I don't
really?
I don't
you
work,
don't do
and
the whole week.
That's one of the reasons I did the show the way I did, because I don't want to have to work 5 days a week.
Sit there 5 days a week. And,
because I don't have a wife at home. So if my kids are at my place and I'm working, they're like, why do I have custody of my kids just so they can be with some lady I fucking hired? It's pointless.
Yeah.
It'd be better if they were there with their mom.
Right.
But because I control my show, we shoot half the week. And then when I don't have the kids, I work like 14-hour days. And then when I do have them, I just fucking, it's just me and them.
Hey, John from Allentown says enough with the kids talk, so we better stop because John's not into it.
Fuck yourself.
Fuck. No, that guy's John from Allentown. What are you, nuts?
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Yo.
What's up?
Hey, enough with the kids talk, man. I got a 4-year-old and stuff, but boring already.
I don't think it's boring.
Oh,
it's boring to you, and that's fair enough, but...
Do you got to explain things to people? Like, this is a whole take between two guys.
A very different take.
Varying parents. One guy that doesn't have kids and can't even fucking understand it.
That's what I mean.
We're conversing as human beings, you tool.
Mm-hmm. You really got under your skin.
I'd like to punch him for saying that.
There was a guy, he couldn't hang around. 15 days in jail.
What?
Because he got in a fight with a father.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. And another guy detained for 2 hours for telling a kid that he was going to knock him out. Do you want to talk to Mike?
A threat of violence.
Mikey.
Could be a problem.
I've brought this up probably 3 or 4 times already on the show because I am deeply concerned in my own brain that I got to figure this out sooner than later. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, man, it sucked. It was 4th of July, and I took my wife and 2 kids to a fair. And there was a line of kids, and these older kids kept knocking them down. So I just walked over, and I leaned into one of the older kids that was knocking kids down, and I said, hey, I leaned in, thank God. And I said, hey, you knock another kid down, I'm going to knock you the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
Well, yeah.
So what happened, though?
20 minutes later, I'm taking one of my kids to the bathroom. 2 cops come out of nowhere.
Oh, boy.
They pull me aside. My whole family had to stay there for 2 hours, and I started losing my mind. Thank God my buddy was there who's a lawyer, and thank God I denied it from the beginning to the end, saying I never said anything. And I kept saying to the cops, let me ask you something. 15-year-olds are here at the fair. I'm here. I'm a 40-year-old guy at the fair with my family. Who do you think came here to cause trouble? Nope. They kept me for 2 hours, man. They wrote me up. I have some whatever kind of record now.
Oh.
Wow, man.
When I was a kid, if my kid came to me and said, "Hey, some old guy threatened me," I would have gotten slapped, and my father would have said, "What did you do?"
What did you do?
Yeah.
Times have changed. He's right about that.
Maybe for the better.
He's right.
What did you do?
Hey,
Stop being an asshole.
No, he's right, though. I mean, he has a right to say that. The kid you said it to was 15?
Yeah, I don't know. They were like early teens.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah,
that is right.
If you're a teenager, you're a fucking grown up.
Yeah.
This is in suburbia, guys. I'm in suburbia, New York, upscale area. The kid went and told his dad some guy threatened me, and it was a nightmare, man.
You know the thing about that?
The dad should have confronted you.
Boys that are bullies are fucking pussies. That's the worst part. And I've seen that many times. If you go up to a boy who's being a little vicious bully and you say, cut the shit, or you're sharp with them, they just turn into little babies. They are the most fragile little fucking pussies.
Really?
All bullies are. That's one thing. One thing that's great about being on the play yard and being with kids is you find out about people that way. Mm-hmm. Like you see little bullies and you see that energy, that aggressive energy, but you realize that right next to it is just a little fucking pissy pants.
What makes that?
Loser little fucking kid.
What kind of parenting makes a bully, by the way? I have no idea.
I don't know.
You haven't seen enough of that?
I don't know how it happens.
Well, they just turn into fucking. Because I've seen it in school and stuff, and it goes through life.
Yeah, it's not. You know, it's not economic. It's not.
You have a 70-year-old fucking asshole bully, so it just happens.
I got a real good question coming in for Eric and Boss. I don't have time to go to the phone right now. When did you realize you didn't want kids? And let me answer.
Yeah.
The question, I always knew I wanted kids. I was just in horrible relationships and knew I wasn't going to be stupid and, have kids with someone I wasn't sure about.
I don't know if my parents fucked me up about having kids because it was just, oh, God. It was just a nightmare being like a kid and all that fucking bullshit going on, constant yelling.
Well, you had a bad.
It was awful.
You had a bad family, right?
Oh, it was terrible. Just yelling constantly. Just, hey, son of a bitch. Fuck you, Joey, you fucking ass. Fuck you, Rose. And I'm like, I'm just crying in the middle. Shut the fuck up. I'll give you something to cry about. It was just constant turmoil. And then me and my brother, just 2 kids trying to talk. And, we had bunk beds. And we go to bed. We'd have our bedtime. It's like 7:30. And Joe's was like 8 or something like that. And then by 8 o'clock, we'd start talking. And then I hear, I don't hear another word in there. It's like we couldn't talk.
That's all you had was that little time to talk.
Yes, just to chat. And then he would come in and my father would put his belt on the doorknob and be like, don't make me use this. And the glistening buckle swinging back and forth. I'm just looking like, oh, we can't talk. It's lights out, motherfucker.
Well, so you have this bad association with having a family. I
horrible
get it. And
one.
now you're in your own, like, this is like your whole life was defined by it because now you have your own home. You have fucking guns and, porn at your fingertips.
Right.
A nice big air-conditioned car.
Oh,
and you don't want to fuck with that.
Right.
I totally get it. I totally get it.
But can I add this to the equation?
Yeah.
You're really close with your family.
I am very close with my family.
But you're really close with your mom, your brother, and your sister.
Yeah.
You guys get together a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who wants to make that investment all over again? I mean, it wasn't worth it, was it?
And my brother and sister have kids. Mm-hmm. So it's like they got one each, not together. Yeah. That would be weird. Mm. But I like when they come over, like yesterday, my brother, and he brought little Layla over. And, they went in the pool and everything, and then she loves the water, and cute as a button,
leaves.
and it's great. And then, they pick up and go, and while they're there, I'm not like, fucking kids, son of a bitch. Like, I'm making faces and googie faces and having
excited
fun.
To see them?
Yeah, it's cool. Like, I enjoy when the kids are around, but like, then I'll just have a debaucherous party at the house, and, and thank God there are no kids around.
Well, there are kids, but they're the ones you're fucking.
Well, this is how do you define kid? That is the true question.
Let me get these kids out of here so I can bring those kids over.
Bring the other kids over.
Let me go to Coke Logic from Chicago. Coke, what's up, brother?
Hey, he just took the call about the guy threatening the teenagers for picking on his kid. You kind of let it slide that you revealed earlier that you threatened a 1-year-old.
No, it wasn't a 1. It was like a
4
or 5-year-old, probably.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that guy.
And I'm saying I was wrong, Coke Logic. I know I'm wrong. But but if it's a 15-year-old, fuck the 15-year-old. I'll curse him out, no problem.
You know what you find out too is that parents, like the thing that it takes a village. I think it's that it takes a village to support each other, the parents. It's not about helping the kids.
Right.
It's not about the kid learns how to weave from this one parent and then learns how to throw a pot in this other house. Mm-hmm. It's that when the mom wants to kill her fucking kid, the village comes over, gives her a shot of whiskey, and tells her, just take a breath. I know how you feel. Yes, he's an asshole. Your husband's a piece of shit, or whatever it is. So,
but
that when you're going to have more moments like that, and every time it happens, a parent's going to come up to you like that woman did. That's really the significant thing that happened, is that someone else came up and said, look, that was inappropriate of you, and I give you license to have done it.
Right.
Because that kid's an asshole.
Yeah, and he is an asshole.
You're going to fuck up over and over again. You shouldn't have done that, but shouldn't have done that over and over again.
A bunch of times.
And other parents, they're there for you. I've seen that a few times, like a parent melts down, loses it, and everybody else just sort of steps in, picks up the fucking shit the kid dropped. And just helps, puts the parent back together, gets her through the line. I've been in that role a million times, like in airport security. Fucking parent traveling alone.
Yeah.
Trying to fold a stroller while some kid has no fucking sympathy for the 50 things she's doing.
Right.
And is poking her. Or one thing a lot of kids will do, because they're testing their parent, is try to run through security. Or run in an area that they know they're going to cause like a fucking international shutdown.
Yeah.
So you'll do, as a parent who sympathizes, you'll just take the stroller from her and fold it for her.
Help her out.
Yeah, or grab the kid by the arm a little too hard when they try to run away. I've done that a couple of times.
Goon arm the kid.
Yeah. Man, it's a weird world.
I don't know.
I obviously had no fucking idea what I was getting into. Really
That's another thing. I think I would if I was a parent, I'd be the one that just buys the kid
everything,
toys, and throws it on the floor and just goes, "Here you go, fucking play with yourself." And I would just continue watching TV or going in the pool and
let it be known there's
drinking.
A bunch of people applauding you for not having kids. So it runs the gamut here.
I just don't think I'm cut out for it.
Not everybody should have them, and you shouldn't have a kid.
See, I have the means.
Please don't.
And I know, exactly. I have the means. I think I wouldn't go crazy, but I really like where I am. And I don't want any monkey wrench thrown in there
100%.
I might regret it, because people always say, well, you're going to regret it later in life. It's like, well,
no, you won't.
What the fuck? I want to have a bunch of kids crying at my deathbed?
No.
Gives a shit. You're fucking dying anyway.
They're not going to be that much comfort.
Yeah, at that point, it's just, whatever.
I was driving through the South once before satellite radio when you drove around the country.
You had to change
You had to actually take in the culture as you drove.
The local
just
asshole.
Listening to you guys
and
70s hits from fucking coast to coast. I listened to, you get to like Missouri or Mississippi or wherever it is, and you go, I got one channel, and it's the fucking preacher.
Right.
And so I'm listening to this Christian radio. I think I was in Missouri. And they had a show. It was late at night, a talk show, and it said we're gonna talk about our single friends. We're all in families because we're God's children and because we're Christians. But what about your single friends? You love your single friends. They're part of your family. Some people, they just end up single and they're not going to change. They're not going to have kids. How do we make them part of the picture? It was actually a really interesting call. So then people start calling in. We have a friend who's single and he's with us every Christmas. We treasure him. He's a big part of our lives. Then guys start calling in. I'm single.
Yeah, of course.
And I love the families that I'm part of. I'm the uncle. And I realize in the South, single means gay.
Means like gay.
It's a polite, in the really Christian South, people that grew up gay, they just call you're single.
Yeah,
because
I know.
Because you'd be married because that's what you do.
Yeah.
If you're in that heavy religious area. And single would be gay.
And they don't want to acknowledge that they're just
That's
gay.
hilarious.
You're not in a family.
What about the
closed-minded
single
assholes?
people?
Single. And they are. The story was really, what do you do with your gay friends?
Yeah. You just
they're not doing what they're
them.
supposed to do, but we still, know them and you love them. What do you do about it? Well, you have them over for Thanksgiving, I love being single.
Then back to
and allow
exile.
them to bring their friend over, right?
Oh, no.
He's got other single friends.
His single friend.
He's bringing his friend over today. His friend.
His single friend, and he's sucking his single.
That is a whole nother world down south like that because, not very tolerant of things like that.
There are some Southern gays who end up here.
Yeah.
Or find a center of gayness to be part of.
Yes.
But then there's other ones who just stay in the South and they stay embedded in that culture.
It's odd that
they're called single. They don't know. And at some point they start living with the guy and that's John and Mark. They live together.
They're roomies.
Yeah, roomies.
Yes, they're, we did a story years ago about those two guys that were old guys.
Elmer and...
Yeah. It was Elmer and some other... And they were celebrating, like, how long they had been together. And because it was like 60 years or something.
Elmer and Gus.
The
longest... They
had just been together for forever.
The oldest gay couple in New York or something.
It was
They
crazy.
had some kind of distinction.
But we had to think back that, like, it must have been so difficult. And they actually met during the war or some shit.
In the 40s.
And we're like thinking, they come back and they're profiled on some newsreel where it's like, look at these two fellas, ladies. They're here looking for fresh back from the war. They're available. Yes, they live together. You could double date with a couple of these ladies. Look at this. Yes, eligible bachelors. And like just completely not knowing they're just ass fucking every night and loving it.
Well, I think saving money on the water bill by showering together.
Very economical. Stuff they must have learned in the military.
Yes.
They bought a nice little house together in Levittown.
He puts his penis in his anus in the 40s.
Yes. Come on, girls. It must have been rough back then. Wow.
Well, I met a guy who was like 95 upstate, and he, when
Single?
my ex and I had lived up there, and he told us his life story. And part of it was
must have taken a while.
Well, at some point,
That's a long weekend.
He told us at some point he's got to a part where he moved in with his brother-in-law. He said, and then my brother-in-law moved in together, and then me and my brother-in-law got this new house. Like he lived And I think brother-in-law was a code thing back then. Who
like
lives with
single.
their brother-in-law?
Yeah, who lives with their brother-in-law?
What does that make any sense?
What is that?
Your sister's husband?
Yeah,
you
really?
live with just the two of you?
Yeah, where's the sister?
It's just my brother-in-law and I live together.
Brother-in-law.
I think that was a code.
He was basically telling you
at one time.
Back in the day.
Did you know he was gay?
What?
Did you know he was gay?
I think that guy would never have in a million years said out loud, I'm
fessed
gay.
up to it, but
He lived with his brother-in-law. They probably shared 50 years of life together.
Oh, wow.
But pretty much every drop of cum into one another for all that time. But if you said, "Are you gay?" he'd be like, "What are you talking about? What kind of thing is that to say?"
Yeah. Brother-in-law, that is an odd thing. I guess so. Yeah, over the years, it's had to have been different terms. I mean, gay was happy and gay before it became gay. Queer was just something a little odd.
You wouldn't identify something like that.
No.
It's just something that happened, I think.
Yeah, because even that in old movies you hear, it's like, wow, that situation's a bit queer.
Yeah.
You know, and then queer became, hey, I think he's queer. It's the first guy that used that one. He must have gotten a good laugh, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, see those two guys? I think they're queer. You just call them queer. That's hilarious.
That's a great way to put it. They are.
That's hilarious. They
Let's start using that.
And then someone else hears it. It's like, wait a minute, my friend, I think he made that up.
Spreads like wildfire.
Yes.
Well, Louis, what a great hour, man. I think most people enjoy this. I'm sure. Whatever.
Please, of course.
But in general, I think it was a great hour and a half.
Stupid guy from Allentown didn't like it.
Why don't we take a break?
Go play with your iron coke and chromium steel.
Yeah. We'll talk about other stuff.
Clank.
People
want
to talk about last night's Louis episode. I haven't seen it, but fuck it.
Spoilers.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine. We should talk about it because a bunch of people really want to. You promoting anything else, Lou?
No, I mean, just the show's on every Thursday.
I know. Doing real well.
10:30.
Are you doing less road stuff?
Well, I guess I got, what do I have in August? The first week of August, I'm in Cohasset, Massachusetts, and Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, and Newport, Rhode Island. First week of August, and Hyannis. I'm doing all these like tents and places.
That's shit.
So I'm doing a spray of summer gigs.
Like the Enormo Dome somewhere.
No, none of them are. They're just the little places. But I'm doing those first week of August.
Nice
in New England. But no, I do the road for like the fall. The show comes back if it comes back again in June.
Yeah, I think we got a good shot at
we'll
that.
probably get a third season.
Of course you will.
Yeah. Something weird would have to happen. But I mean, Rupert Murdoch is going to be shit. I work for him.
No, you work for him.
Yeah. So
I can mess up a lot of things.
That's great.
I always think that way, that something, because that's happened to me. I mean, HBO used to be a place I could order gigs from, like a restaurant. They just do anything I wanted to. And then the guy who was running it fucking slapped a woman in front of a camera in Vegas. And that was the end of it. That was the end of it. I called HBO. They're like, who? It was all hinging on this one fucking dude.
It really is. For all the benefits you get from being in a certain business, you're by the tips of your fingernails.
Yep.
You're hanging on with no security whatsoever that this will continue past.
No, you got to be ready to
minute.
go. Yeah, you got to be ready to transition all the time.
When my agent calls, I'm just thinking, all right,
what happened?
Let me start thinking, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Yeah. This could be you don't have a job anymore.
Yeah, so I don't believe in that. I mean, Jesus, you guys are in a volatile fucking place.
Stupid.
All this shit all these companies could,
Yeah, they just merge, fold, you become redundant. And
no, I remember when we used to work, when I used to work just comedy clubs, and there'd be one-nighters, like places that would start becoming a comedy room. And the thing that I used to tell the comedians when they'd be like complaining, they're not paying us enough, or that the owner's a dick. I'm like, you don't understand. He could clear the tables and chairs, turn the radio up real loud, and make 50 times the money. just to lower the lights and turn up the music.
Right.
And just pour drinks into people's mouths. And he'll make a fortune. And we're making them sit at tables and be quiet. Yeah. It's not a good economic
He doesn't
model.
need you.
No.
That's funny. Also, Louis C.K. on Twitter. So we'll break. We'll get into some other things next.
Okay.
Do we have you for a while, though?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Nice. We like that. All right.
Sirius XM. You're listening to Opie Anthony.
That's pretty funny. We got Louis C.K. in studio. Want to remind people that Louis, the complete first season, is now available on DVD and Blu-ray.
Yes.
When did that come out? A couple days ago?
No, June.
Oh, it's been out a while. Oh, all right. Roland just want to remind people that they can pick that up. And, of course, Season 2 is happening as we speak. There was a new episode last night. It's on a little late for us morning guys.
Yes.
Us morning radio guys. So
10:30.
Thank God for DVR.
Yes.
So I'll watch it today. I can't wait.
Do people that have shows get kind of pissed off at DVRs?
I don't know that, I'm not sure I understand. A DVR is like a VCR. It just records it.
It records the programming.
It tunes your station. Mm-hmm. It tunes your tuner to that station.
Yeah, it records
and
whatever.
And then it records it, but it's like you were watching it.
Yeah, I would assume that ratings-wise, it has to acknowledge that.
Well,
I'm not like, and also
watched.
the ratings only come from Nielsen families, I think.
Yeah,
so
archaic.
None of that.
But Ann, I think
matters.
I think to answer your question, it was a transitional period where it did matter, where people were like, fuck, people are DVR and we're not getting accurate ratings. But now I think in his world, they're living in the world where they understand that whole.
Yeah, they give you the
now.
DVR numbers are a separate number, and there's also encore numbers. There's cumulative numbers, and also they don't. They want people to watch the advertising, but overall, they want the show to become a hit and have a lot of watching. So in the early runnings, they just want people to sample it. That's the big thing. They don't care where they see it. They want folks to sample it. The more eyeballs see the show, then the better ratio you have of like reject. You're going to get like whatever. On my show, probably out of every 10 people that see it, 3 people are going to want to watch it because it's pretty disgusting.
What the fuck?
I have a pretty narrow audience.
Wow.
Because I curse on the show.
Yeah.
And I cover some pretty, unhappy ground. People aren't really, most people aren't going to like it. So they want, 10 million people to check it out so they can have the 3 million who will stick around.
Will stay around.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch it on a regular basis.
It means there's 7 million people around who hate you. So there's that.
That's fucked up.
There's that too.
And I think with the DVRing though, it takes away from the competition aspect. Like you'd have networks battling it out. Who's gonna, which show is gonna win Thursday night? But now you can watch both shows. You can watch 3 fucking shows that are all on at the same time and watch them at various times.
Yeah.
So you're not really getting any one show that's the big hit that's going to demand more advertising dollars because it's beating 2 other shows.
And what people at first they said, well, the DVR show loses because folks can speed through the ads. But again, more people are checking it out, and after a while, the DVR show might start winning and get watched live more.
Right.
If people like a show enough, they'll want to see it as soon as they can. To me, that's the goal is to have people so compelled by the show that they're like, I'm going to be sitting there at 10:30 on Thursday because I like the show that much, rather than it's on my DVR. I'll see.
That's how. Yeah, there are a few shows like that. There's very few. I think it's like a big scheduling thing too. We used to just you had to watch it when it was on, or you didn't see it. That's how shit worked. Also,
then there's ways like through the internet and through promotion that more people that are likely to like the show will end up sampling it. And critics
likely to like.
Yeah. So that's when shit that's the only reason I give a shit about critics or the awards. I'm really happy that we got nominated in our first year.
Yeah. 4 Emmys for Louis in general.
Because the show will get more people will see it. I want FX to get paid back for having given me the show. I don't care. Like, I literally will get no joy from owning these fucking statues. I don't give a shit.
Put them up on the mantle? Like Lucy and Desi
I have
had those.
one from when I was on Chris Rock's show. Right. It just sits there and it's weird.
Where is it again?
It's
I think
weird.
you told us years
it's
ago.
on my mantle now. I've got I didn't have one before.
Okay.
You need a mantle.
Yeah, I have a mantle.
Once you have an
But
Emmy, you need
the
a
reason
mantle.
those are important to me is because the show, FX gave me the show. The show to me is, it's the greatest thing in the world, this show to me.
Yeah.
But I want them to be told by establishment that it was a good idea. So that they'll let me keep doing it.
And that they believed in you.
Yeah, and then other shows will get to be done with the same. Right. Somebody needs to, because this guy me and the network together, we spend like a 100th, literally, of the money that NBC does.
Wow.
And we're nominated alongside with their shows. So it cost us less. That's good.
I got to ask you. So the Joan Rivers show is terrific. All the shows so far this season have been terrific. The homeless guy, is that based on anything? The one that gets
the guy that got slammed by the truck.
Yeah.
No. Well, I've had moments where you sort of get noticed by a homeless guy, like you get locked in on.
Yeah.
Nothing like that ever happened, but I just got this idea in my head. What if there was a really well filmed, like a really fucking horrible moment?
Horrific.
Yeah, the head gets ripped off. And what would the rest of your day be like? To me, that was fascinating. And the reason his head comes off, that was a conscious decision because I wanted it to be clear that there's nothing that I could do.
Right.
I'm sort of part of what happened. I kind of got this guy killed.
There's no mouth to mouth. There's no
sticking
CPR.
around with my eyebrows knit. Look, is he all right?
Is he going to be okay?
His head came off his body. That means just walk away. I'm not going to hang around and look at his fucking head.
But you saw it.
It's not even appropriate to hang around.
Traumatized.
Yeah.
And your whole day was
But you're not going to cancel. Who are you going to call people? I can't. I just saw a guy's head come off.
But that's why
you have to.
Are you going to be okay tomorrow?
But that's the shit no one sees on a show or on an idea. What would happen right after that? And you just go about your day, but your day becomes very fuckt up.
Yes, it does.
Because you saw him.
That's why it's so it's brilliant. I don't have to tell you, but
I love it.
It's absolutely brilliant because you have no real connection to that guy. If it was someone you knew, of course your whole day would stop.
Yes. But I was just involved enough that it fucked with me.
Right.
But not involved enough to call this woman and say, listen, I'm not going to go out with you because I just saw this happen.
Some guy's head come off.
But the idea, the reason I love doing the show is because that's only half the episode, and the idea didn't merit a whole story. If I was on a sitcom, I'd have to be like, well, then we have to meet the mother of the homeless guy. We have to find out why you told this story. It was interesting for one more scene, and then fuck it, it's over.
Yeah,
right.
Move
on. Go
on.
to me on stage, second story for the second half.
Right. Someone wants to talk about last night's episode. Where are we? Oh, okay. Let me say hi to Jimmy in Jersey. Jimmy.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
It's big fan. Louie, last night's show had me laughing so much, I woke everybody up in the house. The scene with you and the girls in the car singing the song had me hysterically laughing.
Thanks,
it was
man.
the funniest thing, man. I got it. Do you do, because it's so relatable to me. I'm that total fool at the red light singing like a dummy with my kid in the backseat. Do you do that with the girls?
That's where that came from. I was with my girls and Who Are You came on. And I cranked it up and started singing it. And I wasn't having a good day with the kids. We weren't getting along much. And I just turned it way up. And they just looked at me with their crabby faces like, what is this? And I just sang, who the fuck are you? And I got really into it. And it was so cathartic. I just sang the whole song. And so I called my producer and said, can we get the rights to the Who Are You? And it took us about 6 months to get it, but we got it.
Wow.
For pretty cheap. It ended up, we had to send the script to Pete Townsend and send him the DVD of the show.
Right.
Wow.
And he personally approved. He brought the price down. It was like $150,000.
Holy shit.
And so he watched it. It took a whole half a year to get it through that system.
Damn.
And then he wrote back and said, you can have it for $7,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that is discount.
Nothing.
From...
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the whole song. I mean, we ended up editing it, but what we got rights to is the entire song.
Wow.
Why? Sometimes you could get rights for 30 seconds or something?
Yeah, well, they'll make less. They'll charge you less if you're only using a sting from the song or a little bit.
Oh, I didn't know
But
that.
we wanted the entire song.
Right.
But once I cut it together, I'm like, I can't make people listen to this. It's a great song, but
the whole song. Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it now. Matt in Canada. Matt.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, man.
Louis, I was watching, I'm up in Iqaluit, and your show is the only highlight of my week, because it's I'm as far north in Canada as you can get working for the summer. And it was weird, the blueberries episode I was watching, and I got turned on by you and the girl, more the girl than anything, but it was one of the weirder things I've ever had in my entire life, because I never thought of you as sort of a sexual, arousing person, and I was so, my girlfriend and I are up here, and she wanted to have sex after the episode, because I think it turned her on too, but I really wasn't in the mood, so.
Oh my God.
Honestly, Louis, one of the fucking weirdest things I've had in my entire life.
But you were turned on by Louis?
No, it was just the situation.
Okay.
The whole situation. Well, I guess it could be like a fantasy thing where it's not so much Louis and that girl.
Well,
but
it's like when you watch porn.
Yeah.
If the guy's cock wasn't in it, it wouldn't be arousing. But so in a way, you're getting turned on by a guy's cock.
Yeah, you need like
you're watching a guy's. If she was just sucking like whenever they do porn with dildos, nothing.
No, it doesn't work.
Nothing.
Because you're kind of living vicariously through the movie. You're not going, wow, that's great that there's cock in here.
Thank God they have cock
But
here.
it's like,
exactly.
I would love that done to my cock.
Yes.
That would be.
Well, that definitely, if
you
you have a girlfriend, I could see. I mean, because that episode is just about two grown-ups saying, we're going to have sexual intercourse now.
Yes.
And going through the motions very deliberately.
And the kicker in that one is hilarious. I mean, I did not see that coming.
When she starts crying,
it's hilarious.
It's brilliant.
Because it comes out of nowhere. You're just like, wait, what the fuck just happened? And you're just like,
that wasn't even supposed to be. I'd written the story about this woman who's like trying to make a guy into a husband, like automatically.
Yeah.
Like talking while she's putting cream on and sending you out for shit. And I didn't know where it was going. And Pamela Adlon, she's a producer on the show also, that's the only episode that I ever gave any writing credit to anybody else. She has story by credit because we kind of came up with that together. And then her idea was we had this loose idea about a woman being spanked sexually and then breaking down into tears. And that was her idea. And so she said, what about it? What if this woman is that? So I wrote a version with it, and then I sent it to my producer. And then I thought, that's not a good, I wrote a different ending. But the woman who did it, she's the only one who auditioned who cried because she got the wrong script.
Oh,
so I was watching her audition, and she starts doing this daddy, and I was like, oh, fuck, nobody was supposed to get that. Like, I was a little embarrassed.
Oh, shit.
But she was so good.
Yeah.
Maria Dietze, her name was.
It was great because
she ended up making me want to put it back.
She's saying that, and I think what I picked up from your character was you were getting a little weirded out by it.
Yeah.
But going through the motions. And then it just took the next step of weirdness when she starts crying. It's like, what the fuck do I do now?
Yeah. You're just in a person's bad place. And then it turned out to be sort of feel like the blueberries were, she knew she'd need them because once I think she knew all this shit was going to happen. She brings the guy home, makes him uncomfortable, has him spank her, cries, and then when blueberries and whipped cream should
has
be fine.
To have the blueberries and whipped cream.
That's great.
There are those people who take you through their fucking when you're single. When you were single a second time after divorce, you've realized that that thing you always wanted to get some pussy. It turns out it's a really intimate thing. It's really like, this is a fucking human being and they're a stranger and I'm naked next to them in their fucking bedroom. Ugh.
You realize it's way more involved.
Yeah, man.
When you're 20, 21, who gives a fuck?
Oh, man, that is fucking good.
Yeah, so that.
When I look at a show like Seinfeld, and it was called Seinfeld, and it was Jerry Seinfeld in the show.
Yeah.
But that wasn't Jerry. There was a part of Jerry, but it was, from what I've heard,
Larry.
It's
really.
more
it
Larry
was more
David.
Larry.
Yeah. It was
obviously,
his life.
It's his life. Now, when you say like you got nominated for acting,
yeah.
How much of the character is really you, and how much acting are you doing?
Well, I'm not character acting. I mean, I think I don't know much about acting academically, but Even though I've just been nominated as one of the best television actors in the entire country.
Nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah.
For his acting.
I
but
don't
Louis
know
says,
much about
I don't
it.
know much about it.
Well, because character acting is where you create a whole person.
Right.
But I'm not doing that. I mean, then there's acting where you're just being in the situation, and none of these things have happened to me, and none of them are really happening on the show. It's all fiction.
But I would assume it's an exaggerated version of your personality.
I don't act this way in life at all.
Right.
And it's actually really fun that way that I make myself make really big mistakes. And it's also how I get to do things that are controversial or sticky, is that I make myself the big idiot.
Right.
I make mistakes and I look stupid, and that allows me to have some fucked up things happen.
Yeah.
You know, like Nick DiPaolo and I had the episode where we got in a fight politically. And the thing that was important to me was that I sound like a bigger idiot than he does, because tend to be liberal and he tends to be conservative. So I wrote him a really good argument. And you're a Nazi. I just made myself into an asshole on purpose, because then I'm not preaching and I'm not trying to take it. I get to have a really interesting political discussion
without it coming off like
I'm trying to tell
kind
people
of agenda
something.
is.
But
I think,
so I come off like a dick.
Right.
But I think that's pretty brave to do. I think other people would use that power to go, no, I am liberal in my real life, and I got this
But
outlet.
no one's going to listen. No one's going to hear it.
It's brave, though, but I think a lot of people do it the other way.
They do, and then they fail.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody wants to see it, but I get to do this. There's an episode, not the next, but the one after, where there's a guy on who I have a really big conflict with. I can't tell you about it until you see it. But the way I got this person to be on the show, and I got this fucked up thing to happen, it's really weird, was that I wrote myself wrong. Like, I made me wrong.
Oh, really?
And I made him right.
Wow.
And it was well worth it, because I got to have this explosive moment. Anyway,
let me go to Kevin in Connecticut. There's a good one too. Is it the Kevin from Connecticut?
Yeah. Good morning, guys.
Hey, buddy. He's a regular.
Hi, Squeezy.
Hey.
I just
Easy. Jesus.
Hey, Louis. The one thing that I noticed that you do really well is just create uncomfortability, whether it's for yourself or for like your aunt.
Yeah.
Your racist aunt. It was fantastic.
Yeah, she gives us a plate of Brazil nuts, and she says, "Would you like a nigger toe?"
Right. Yes, but that's what they were called growing up.
They were called.
Yeah.
Can I ask? I didn't see the episode, unfortunately. FX was beyond cool with that, huh?
Yeah, they didn't. Well, there was I got a request to cut. She says nigger toe 3 times. And then I say the same word in my stand-up later in the episode, and she asked me to cut a few out. But I pushed back, and I got more in than she asked for.
Yeah.
But
one more thing, Louis, please.
Yeah.
Last year, I noticed a lot that you put the word AIDS in a lot of episodes. That was intentional, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a few places, like I'm on the subway and it says AIDS on the window. And then we're in a Catholic school and it says AIDS on the blackboard.
Like every word was small except the word AIDS.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a really obnoxious thing because it's my show. I have full control of this world.
So it's just like,
we're shooting on the subway. That's our dedicated subway train. And I felt like the window was too clean. So I said, just give me a marker. And I just wrote AIDS on the window in front of me.
What do you mean they gave you a dedicated subway train?
Well, we had that one we shot on the Randall Island, where the firemen practice getting people out of a burning subway.
Right.
It used to be you could shoot on that subway train, but it didn't move. You had to have 10 grips on the roof.
Yeah.
Rocking it so it looked like it was moving. It was kind of shitty, but they don't let you use it anymore. So this year we shot a subway scene that's on next week, and we actually took control of a train.
Oh, wow.
We had the shuttle train that goes from Grand Central to 8th Avenue or whatever. It's a one-stop train.
And what is
so
that?
They shut it down for the night, and then we go back and forth and back and forth.
What kind of, who do you ask? Who do you ask to have that?
It's fucking pain in the ass.
That's gotta be.
You have to have sit-down meetings with the transit cops.
Yeah.
And the a transit authority has to approve it. You have to send them the script. They have to approve the script. And there was one thing I wanted to do. It's a whole episode where I'm just observing things on the subway. And there's one thing I wanted desperately, and they wouldn't let me have it. This scene where there's a guy with a briefcase eating an ice cream cone, and the napkin from his ice cream floats off out of his hand and down into the tracks.
Right.
And so he just climbs down into the tracks and gets the napkin and climbs out. Kind of not so long before a train comes. And I had it in my head. I was like, I just want to see that moment. And then you just see me go, what the fuck? Like, it's a subtle thing.
Right.
But I wanted it so bad. And they told us that it would cost us $28,000 because he had to go to track school. We had to send a guy through track school for 2 months.
What's track school?
Track school is how you learn to be down on the tracks and not
die.
hurt yourself. And they'd have to shut the third rail down for like 2 sections. And they said we could do it, but it would cost $28,000. Wow. I almost did. I almost said, fuck it. I want that shot.
Yeah.
But it was fiscally irresponsible.
Irresponsible, yeah.
At the beginning of every season, I tell my production crew, here are the big things I want.
And they start working on.
So they start working. The
them.
subway was the last thing we shot. It took all fucking season to negotiate the day on the subway. And it took all season to get the Pete Townsend thing. And then we shot this thing that takes place in Afghanistan. And we have helicopters, this whole crazy sequence. That took a year. That before, I mean, as soon as I got renewed, I said, go get Afghanistan. And we got the Army involved. This is crazy thing.
This is insanity.
Awesome. That episode's going to be sick. And we also got FX to give us double budget for that one episode.
Wow.
And that took months to get approved by them. But if you just take the time, you can do shit like that.
You need the right people though too. You can't just send some dick to go.
No, you have to have
I need to get this done. Who do I?
Yes.
Well, he has FX behind him a little bit. That helps.
Well, because people, not really, because we act alone. They don't even know what we're doing. They don't know what this show's about.
That's true.
The best way.
You've said that a few times.
The Afghanistan script is the only one I ever gave them ahead of time because I said I want double the money for one episode. And they're like, well, you got to let us read it at least.
No.
So I gave them the script. And, but everybody tries to tell you can't do it. You're going to need the Army and they won't do it. But pick up the fucking phone and call the Pentagon. That's what we did.
Jesus.
And said, hi, we have a TV show and we'd like your cooperation. And they're like, call back tomorrow. They 6 calls. They just say, fuck you.
Yeah.
And at some point they go, this guy's not going away. Okay. You should talk to John.
Wow.
Whatever. And it took us all year, but we shot that fucking episode. It's like Apocalypse Now. It's beautiful.
Holy
I can't wait to see it.
It's sick. It's great. It's going to be an hour. It's an hour-long
That's
episode.
amazing.
Anything else, Kevin?
I just want to say I love the show.
Thanks, man.
I think
I
everyone
met
does.
Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
You are.
Hey, Louis, during the break was telling us about the apartment they use in the show.
Yeah.
And actually, he still has it.
It's a real apartment.
Yeah, we kept it because we don't want to lose the location. It's a real apartment, and we're not in a studio. But it's my apartment. They gave me the keys because it's my company. So once we shut down the company for the year, they said, here's the keys to the apartment, by the way. So I have this apartment.
So you got your TV apartment.
Yes, I still. And when I'm getting my kitchen redone, I think later this year, and I'm going to move my kids into that. We're going to live
the TV apartment.
Yeah, in my fictional apartment.
How do you deal with
3 months
with the building as far as lighting and
they're great. Well, we don't fuck with people much. We're behind the door. There's one neighbor to our apartment who hates us.
Really?
Yeah. And he'll stand right outside the door and talk on his cell phone loud, and he'll do passive aggressive shit.
But
He hates us.
Who would hate having like a TV show film right next to
A lot
them?
of New
I don't
Yorkers, just
understand
as soon as they see a light stand, they're like, oh, of course. Why shouldn't have to deal with that? They just think.
Yeah, that's a real hassle.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you.
We'll have real problems. I think it's cool as hell when I see those.
Yeah, me too. I always want to
when there's
cooperate.
a set. Yeah.
There's a because I would assume. Well, you did a hallway shot there with the where you're bringing your sister out.
Yeah, we were screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
That's why he hates us. It's
so
probably
that must
a little
have been,
justified.
That must have been one where.
Oh, when the neighbors helped the guy
she
who
was fucking howling. And
Yeah.
screaming.
It was great.
Yeah.
That's a
And
great
it was like
episode.
8:00 at night. It was probably not fun for him.
With the guy who was living with his brother-in-law.
Yes,
That was great.
Vasquez.
It's like the whole confusion of whether you should just leave this stranger with your kids, and she's got to go to the hospital. And
yeah, because I don't really
episode.
want to talk to any strangers. So,
Right.
But I had to do it. Yeah, he's the guy. He was in a play with Chris Rock called Motherfucker with a Hat. And I saw the play, and he was amazing. So I wrote it. He made me write the episode.
Wow.
I can't wait to see that play.
It's really good.
I know. We could go anytime. I'm just trying to find, a babysitter.
It's worth it.
There you go. Back to your point.
Yeah,
that's something I would love to do, and I just got to figure it out.
Well.
Matt in Boston, what's up, buddy?
Oh, dude, Louie, love the friggin' show. It's amazing.
Thanks.
That episode where you spanking that chick, I went from laughing my ass off to completely pissed because I'm like, why are you dealing with this whore? Get the fuck out. Then I spanked her, and I got half a rod watching it with my wife.
Wow.
Hey, this is all right.
Who knew this was such a turn on?
And then where did it go?
She starts fucking crying. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me because you ruined my night right away. And then you're going to get, it was just, and then she's eating the blueberries, and I'm just like, holy shit. I'm like, what just happened there? I just got emotionally raped by Louis C.K.
That's good.
Emotionally raped.
But why can't you continue to be turned on when she's crying? Why not?
You have to be a different kind of person.
All right, I'm a different kind of person then.
Hey, thanks, guys. Much
All right.
Sure.
But I think you get different reactions from that scene, obviously.
No, it's
from
great.
People.
But that's the perfect reaction. I never want people to expect anything, and that's what, to me, I want people to be going, what the fuck? Or, because the show's not always like ha-ha funny, but if it's not being funny, it has to be very something.
Yeah.
It has to have a big spike.
It has to make you go, like there's some moments where you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's horrible.
Yes. To me, that's as good as a laugh.
Yeah.
If people are horrified or very curious or startled, that's as good as a laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just a high octane moment.
When the head flies off, what the fuck? Like you said earlier. And that looks so real. That didn't look like a dummy head.
We got that was a $4,000 head, that head.
Wow.
And we negotiated it down.
They knew
they
knew they had they knew they had a good head. They're like, our head is great, and you're going to pay for it.
Well, we had it made for us. We had it made after the guy. That costs a shitload of money to get the cast done and get the head made and painted.
Is there someone that really specializes in that shit?
Well, yeah, it's a competitive field, so that's why we were able to get the price down. Yeah,
really?
Because there was a place that wanted $16,000 for the head, and then this guy said, a new guy said, I could do it for $4,000, and it's really good material.
Do that head.
Yeah, exactly. But we shut down an intersection. We had a crane holding up because it's a composite shot. You shoot a plate, and then we had a crane holding a dummy up like a marionette. Yeah. And we hit it with this garbage truck, and the fucking dummy got in it pierced the gas tank, and we spilled diesel fuel all over 10th Avenue.
Shit, that'll cost a
fucking nightmare. Too. That was the hardest thing we did.
Is that one of
all
those
season was that hit and killing that bum?
Is that one of those shots too? You got to get it right the first time, or you didn't
you get a really pristine dummy for the first take, and then after that you're getting a less and less. You get a one-armed dummy after a while.
But what about the head itself?
The head we saved. We rolled it down the street a few times. If you look at it, there's about 30 shots in the sequence. But we rolled it down the street, which it survived fine. Yeah. But then finally we propped the head up on the good head on the dummy and I had the camera. I was running the camera and I was like looking right at the garbage truck, and the dummy's right between me and the garbage truck. And this garbage truck gets fucking blue smoke behind it, like it was like a bull coming at me. And it was one of those moments where I realized I'm in fucking danger right now. Like, he's basically hitting a missile that's going to come at me. And we let him hit the fucking head and the dummy head straight on. Mm-hmm. And it was beautiful. And the truck stopped about an inch from the camera.
Wow. Yeah.
And I wasn't scared, though. I was excited because I was getting the shot.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're getting footage, you don't feel fear. You just get excited.
Right on.
I gotta watch that again now just to see that part.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was 2 days. Yeah. 2 different days.
2 days.
2 different intersections, too. They don't match because we got kicked out.
Oh, wow.
We caused so much problems at 10th Avenue and 28th Street that we couldn't get re-permitted to shoot the second half of the scene. So we had to go up to 38th or somewhere. So if you look at it carefully, shot to shot. It keeps shifting which intersection it is. And we got some of the extras back, but not all of them. So some of the people.
And no one noticed.
No.
I love that shit. I love trying to pick out film.
Yeah, me too.
I love that.
If you watch car chases, you can usually, know where the car's going to go because he's following his own rubber on the road.
Yeah, the tire
They've
tracks.
already done it a bunch of times. So they start.
Any Hal Needham movie was always bad. Those Burt Reynolds movies where the cops are chasing him and you see the skid marks going around the corner before they
not
get
cleaning
there.
The fucking
roads. Clean it up. Back then they couldn't, composite it out.
I used to get all the books, the film club books, and there'd be old westerns where you see where planes did fly by because the trails and stuff. You're like, wait a minute, there were no planes when this movie was supposed to take place. I love all that shit.
No, me too.
Didn't you say that you had to switch out one of your daughters and no one noticed?
Yeah, the first season there's 2 kids within one episode.
I never noticed.
Different kids playing Jane the little
Were you scared that people are so going to notice this?
I kind of didn't give a shit because the show doesn't hinge on that. Everybody's like, I can't wait to see that girl. They're just like, what happens in this story?
Right.
Whatever it is.
That's what I've tried to train the audience to. Don't worry about.
But how did no one notice?
Nobody did. I was worried the network would get mad because when we started, they said they wanted to make all of our talent deals, and they wanted me to have responsible series deals where you lock an actor down for a year. But I don't know that I'm ever going to use anybody more than once.
Yeah.
So they get paid when they work. That's all my actors have. I have no hold on these people.
I love that you don't feel like you have to use someone more than once.
Yeah,
I love that.
The way shows are built, it's backwards. They decide before they even shoot anything, these 7 people are all going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
And they pay them all for a year of television. Then they're forced to use them every show. And if they stop being interesting, they still have to be in.
They have to be in it because they're locked in.
Yeah. Instead of going, let's get a bunch of rookies and see who plays their way on the squad.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody stays interesting, you use them. If they don't, you just let them fucking die.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Like our pal Bob Kelly was your brother. And you're not even using him in the second season, and it had nothing to do with Bobby. He did a great job season 1. He was great.
He was so good. I just didn't have any ideas for season 2.
So you said, all right, he's gone for now, or maybe he'll come back. Maybe he never comes back.
This season I have 2 sisters, and I don't know that I'll use them again. The first episode of the year is my sister gets introduced, and the neighbor who says, don't forget who your neighbors are.
Yeah.
He's not in any more episodes.
Not anymore. You just forgot who the neighbor was.
Well, because that's the last one I shot. Was one of the last ones I shot.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be the season premiere. And no other show would have let me do that. I couldn't have done that. But nobody gives a shit on my show, I don't think.
It's amazing.
There's no one on Louis' show that walks in the door and gets a... Has to deliver half the line and then stop and then repeat it. Like Richie Cunningham.
Like I was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought I just thought I'd come over and...
It's so stupid.
It is ridiculous.
And then the other characters don't go, why did you stop talking for 40 seconds?
What happened? Just look around a little bit or do a little Fonzie thing.
Mm-hmm. That Blueberry episode keeps coming up with the listeners. Listen to this one. Mike in New York, go ahead. Louis C.K. in studio, of course.
Yo, Louis, what's up, bro? Big fan.
Thank you.
How you doing? Love Lucky Louie. Love the new show.
Thanks.
For the longest time, I've been trying to get my wife to watch the show. You got to watch it. It's hilarious. And as luck would have it, it was the Fuck Me Daddy show. Hey, I'm sorry, dude. You lost her, man.
Oh, well.
Oh, she didn't. Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
Look, if that scared her away, tell her to stay away then.
Yeah. Best she doesn't watch.
Yeah.
Louis doesn't need her then.
Best, dude.
Thanks, man.
I'm glad you didn't change the beginning either. Not just the music, but sometimes people change the beginning of the show to show that it's a new season or something. But because I always now pick out where that guy flips the bird.
Yes, yeah.
And your face looking, and then look at the camera. It's like, are we still going to use it? Like there's such confusion in your face.
I still remember that.
Fuck it. Let's keep eating the pizza.
Yeah.
I saw it as this could be either really good or really bad. Like he wasn't sure. Like
he
was like, "Fuck, I know we were filming something else, but that just happened. That's a great moment."
But he makes eye contact
and then it's
with
like,
the camera,
will FX allow me to use
which
it?
Is funny.
There was a whole thing that I could kind of see in that little moment.
I remember when the kid did that. It was an Asian kid with spiky hair, and it was just one of these contrary people. Fuck you, camera, like for no reason. Yeah, we're working here.
Yeah, sorry.
It's like I was working with some musicians doing music for a movie thing, and we were in the East Village when the East Village was like a contrary place. And so we were standing on the corner, me and these musicians with guitars, and this punk rocky guy walks by, and he goes, rock and roll.
What the fuck?
And Todd Barry was there, and he said, yeah, man, we're making an effort to do a thing. What a bummer.
what a bummer. What a bunch of assholes we are.
That's what it felt like. This guy's like, oh, yeah, fuck camera, fuck you.
Fuck you.
And it was really funny to me that he did it, and the look to me was like, I really hope we got that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to, like, to me, that moment that kid gave the finger to the camera, wherever he is.
Yeah, we were just watching it.
I thought, yeah, right? Yeah. This exact, what I'm thinking right at that moment is, I think we're going to get on the air. Because
you turn your head, though, you look at him,
I'm really
you look at the camera.
Oh, I know.
Because I thought, because it gave me a clear vision of like that's going to be on the opening credits. And some people will. I could tell because I knew what lens we were using, and I said he's going to be soft, and some people will see it and some won't, and it'll get on the air.
Have you ever run into that guy?
No.
Does he even know?
I don't know if the standards people realize that because
even there.
A middle finger is a big thing for us, and I got to fight for them. I've had a few. But I don't know if they realize that we're starting every show with a fuck
finger.
you.
Why is the middle finger a big deal when the language is
because it's
pretty edgy?
It's a clear fuck. Anything that infers, like on the first episode, we had F. The woman that plays my sister says F her and F them, and they said take it out. We don't allow F you.
Huh.
Because it's just saying fuck you. But I fought them on it. I told them it was really an important. I thought because she wanted it to be screw you, or she said, or let her say fuck you and bleep it.
Oh.
And I said, but then it really is fuck. I was trying to show somebody who's trying not to say fuck. Also, clearly she could, and I say fuck and she says fuck in the show.
Yeah.
And bleep it. But she says F her, and it's deliberately her trying to be. Trying to hold back a little bit.
So F her is worse than saying fuck her with the bleep.
With the bleep, yep.
That's strange. Those discussions drive me nuts. We have them here every once in a while. It's like, that doesn't make sense, or no one's going to care in the end, or whatever.
I mean, the woman who does it for me at FX is really smart. She's fucking brilliant, and so I think she helps me. Because I don't know where the line is.
Yeah. You just
know what I mean?
I want to do this.
I want to
say
put
this.
a chocolate bar in someone's cunt and eat it. Can I do that? Will
Can
America be upset? And she's there to say,
Can we work with
you
that?
can do it. Don't call it a cunt.
So you were able to get F her.
She gave me a little one-time dispensation,
which I think is way more real than bleeping the word. Obviously,
it means something different when you say F you.
Right.
You're purposely trying not to say fuck you. Do you know what I mean? You're trying to hold back a little bit. So I said, this is actually a person trying to show some restraint.
Yeah, restraint.
So she said, I can see that, and she let me have it.
Oh, good for you.
But it's still their policy not to say F you,
that's weird.
generally.
I had no idea. I thought that was one they just let through easy.
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah, but we say a lot of nasty.
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of good calls coming in. I'm trying to figure out. Let's go to Tyson in Oklahoma. Tyson.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Louie, brilliant, man. I love the realism. Everything's fucking dead on. I was going to bring one up specifically, the airport scene. Now I look at it, I'll tell my friends, just pull a Louie, because you were so fucking dead on about the lube, the fucking everything was so fucking perfect. And you know what? If more people had that honesty, I think it'd be much fucking easier in the airport.
Yeah, the lube was great.
Yeah, that was just a lady looking me up and down and going, he needs this and he's not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it like an authoritative call and say,
a little common sense every once in a while.
Let him keep
do us all well.
One quick question after that. You really make mango pops?
All the time. Every time I open a mango, I make a popsicle out of the center of it. It's delicious.
You'll give it to one of the kids, huh?
Yeah, fuck that. There's only one. I'm not going to open two mangoes just to be fair. It's a fucking waste of food.
It's not. I like that. It's not fair.
If you have a sibling, if you have siblings, you don't all this shit equal. It's just dumb.
It's never going to happen. What's that?
I was going to say, yeah, man, it's so real. Love the show, man.
Thanks.
You're doing great. Like watching it. Y'all take a good day.
You too, sir.
I only discovered mangoes in my adult life. I didn't have that shit growing up.
Yeah,
I fucking love mangoes.
So good.
Really good. Papaya, not so much. But mangoes, I like the mangoes. Want to take a break?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
All right, so Louis got a lot going on. Of course, the complete first season's out there to check out if you want to catch up or you just want to have. And FX every Thursday night, 10:30 for new episodes.
Yes.
And then Louis got a bunch of gigs happening outdoors.
Yes.
In New England.
First week of August.
Good time to be up there.
Yes.
Very good time. Where do they go? Louis C.K. for all the dates?
Yeah, or Ticket.
On Twitter?
Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to sell your shows because there's too many of them.
Effort.
There's too many of them. I don't know. There needs to be a central place.
Yeah.
I know you tweet your gigs and stuff.
I think if you go to Ticketmaster and put my name in, you get all the live shows.
All right, good. Yeah, I mean, you got to go see Louis this summer. Absolutely. All right, we'll finish up with Louis C.K. next. Stay there.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Keep up on all the latest Opie and Anthony Show info by checking out our Facebook page online or on your mobile device. Just go to Facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. That's Facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. Or on Twitter. Twitter.com/Opie Radio. Twitter.com/Anthony Cumia. And Twitter.com/Jim Norton.
Today, Louis C.K. in studio. And during the break, we probably shouldn't have broke there, but I guess we have shit that we have to play. Because now we just talked about film flubs, and I feel like we should just redo everything we just said. You know? The Midnight Run one was a good one, though.
Yeah, if you go back and look at the last scene, the Midnight Run, he gives him a money belt and says, here's money so you can start a new coffee shop. And he goes, how much is in there? And then they shoot this you see this close-up of De Niro's hands looking at the money, and you hear Charles Grodin say, it's $100,000, and it doesn't sound like it's in the movie at all.
They obviously added it.
In the money belt is $1,000 bills, the ridiculous non-existent
non-denomination.
So yeah, I mean,
money,
if you work on movies, they do this shit. They fix shit afterwards. Like they edited it together, and it probably was how much could you fit in a money belt? Probably $20,000-$30,000. So somebody said it's $30,000, and they were probably $100 bills. And somebody said you could never start a coffee shop for $30,000. So make them say $100,000. Yeah, but how does it do that in hundreds?
Yeah.
Make them thousands.
Make them thousands.
But there's no such thing as thousands.
Doesn't matter.
Just the fucking guy at Paramount wants it to be 100,000. So they went out in the parking lot of the editing bay.
And where's Charles Grodin's voice? Nope.
No. It's and somebody just did Charles Grodin. They had him do it over the phone.
Yeah, get us the guy from Craft Service. He did a great Charles Grodin impression.
He was having coffee.
We'll toss him a few bucks.
Yep.
I find all that fascinating. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why it's so satisfying to the viewer to pick out, like, I saw a camera in the reflection in the window. Like, it's so satisfying because I guess you're just assuming they want perfection making the movie, and they do.
Yeah.
To a point, I guess, most people. So you're just like, I caught him. I caught them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I know that's not real.
Until
I saw that camera, I was sure this was all real.
Yes.
Well, I love movies that, like, shitty old movies that just ignore, like, that are so, like, when you see a guy looking at somebody with a telescope in a movie, and inside the telescope there's editing and cutting. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's this two different, like, the guy sees, this telescope not only magnifies, it also will give you different, like, close-ups, single shots, and two shots.
It's a great telescope. I want one of those.
It's like editing inside the telescope.
Push in. That's hilarious. One thing that really got me, and it ruined a part of Indiana Jones for me, because they did, like, in the making of Indiana Jones, they showed it. Which sucked because every time you watch the movie after that, you notice when that truck rolls over, you see what they did pretty much was have this can that launched a piece of a telephone pole out, which flipped the truck over.
Yes.
And it's so visible and obvious once you know it's there. So every time that happens, I'm like, oh, there's the pole, the piece that's flipping the truck over.
Why don't you pick up on it without You know what I mean?
You might have, but you're so into the scene.
Or subconsciously
especially the
just
first
blow it
time
off.
you watched it.
You get lost in something when you're watching.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, that chick's in the back of that truck. It just
But
blew
then
up.
when
Holy
someone
shit.
tells you it's there, you're like, oh my God, it ruins the scene.
Every time.
Yeah.
And you notice, like, as it's flipping over, the friction from it hitting the ground kind of makes it do this weird spin turn.
Yes.
So it ruins the scene now.
Yep.
When they show
There's
you.
a scene in
It's magic.
I think it's To Kill a Mockingbird, old Gregory Peck movie.
Sure. Yeah.
Somebody shoots a dog. And
the rabid dog,
Yeah, and I think what they did was they tied a string to the dog's back leg. And they just yanked it. This dog doesn't know it's in a movie. The dog's like just barking, and then all of a sudden, fuck! It's just
hey, shit! What the fuck is that?
That's obviously before PETA.
Yeah,
you wouldn't allow that, huh?
What I used to love in westerns, what they would do to fucking horses,
knock them down.
Amazed me. Now it's just CGI horses or whatever the fuck you got to do. But they used to take them. They'd fucking plow rein a horse where the guy would lean over, grab the rein by the bit, twist the fucking horse's head around, and the horse would just collapse.
Yep.
And down on his knees, he's trying to get up, and it's just like, cut, Prince, perfect.
Beautiful.
That's a great one.
Fuck the horse.
Set up for the 50-horse collision.
Right.
What the fuck are you guys doing to these horses?
Yep.
This is terrible.
Yeah, because they would make it look like the horses are being shot.
The horses are being shot, they're falling down.
Fuck.
Or for some reason, if the guy got shot, the horse would have to fall too.
Yeah.
You shoot a guy on a horse,
the
it's
horse
a whole...
falls down. He's so upset that his master got shot, he had to collapse.
Oh, my goodness.
This guy just well, I'll let him say it. John in North Carolina. You're on with Louis C.K. What's up, buddy?
All right, Louis, you're the man, first off, but I hate and despise when there's a stunt double, and you could clearly, it's so blatant, it could be like, John Travolta, and there's a weird black guy stunt double playing him. They do such a bad job of matching it up.
They've gotten better over the years.
They have gotten better.
We were talking
it's
during
hard
the
to
break.
spot them now.
Yeah.
Face Off is, I know it's a pretty shitty movie, but Face Off is the worst for that because there's so many action scenes, and Nicolas Cage and John Travolta are pussies and would refuse to do everything.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I like the stuntmen with the best shots are the fire shots because it's just some guy and he's in a car. And the car crashes, bursts into flames, and this guy gets out in a NASA spacesuit.
Yeah,
and he's just, his arms are straight out, he's like walking a little, and there's gel, you can see the gel dripping, and he falls down, and it cuts right after that, because the crew's gotta come over and put him out. There's some of the worst fucking fire scenes.
What was it?
I'd rather bad stunts than bad CGI, though, when they have...
Yeah.
Then, there's some movie I just saw a trailer for, and it's the new Planet of the Apes movie.
Oh, yeah.
And they show these apes. I'm like, that's a fucking cartoon. I don't believe that for a second.
Cartoony ape.
They don't look the slightest bit real to me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go see that.
I guess
shit.
it was hard to get chimps to do the real
fucking
things.
Roddy McDowell in a fucking mask.
Yeah. They figured it out.
Did it back in the 70s. It's like it's the same as we landed on the moon in the 70s.
Roddy McDowell in a mask.
And we made Planet of the Apes in the 70s, and somehow we forgot all of that.
Yeah,
40 years ago, they made him look real.
CGI.
You're right.
They just put a mask on a fucking actor.
The gorillas looked great in the first Planet of the Apes, too.
They were amazing.
They were really, menacing looking.
Yeah.
I remember their budgets got cut, and then, what was it, the second or the third one, you could see the Halloween mask?
Oh, it was just horrible. Even in the background of the first one, the primary players would have the good makeup on. It would take hours.
Right.
But in the background were just plastic mask guys. And you can see they're just like, there's a little hole for the mouth.
In one of those, in the making ofs, they said, though, as the movies went on, they really had a tough time.
Yeah,
And the mask looked horrible.
Makeup.
Hey, we should show Louis, maybe you even seen it. What was the movie? Back to the Future, the Western one, where the kid's like, my dick. Remember that?
Oh, where he touches his dick.
And I can't.
That's a weird one.
That is odd. I don't know what this fucking kid was thinking.
The best
it's in the movie.
Explanation that I've heard for this was that he had to piss and was trying to get the attention of somebody else.
But they left it in.
That's the best.
Have you ever seen this?
No.
They don't find it fast.
Punch that up. Because that isn't even like a continuity or film.
It's a very strange thing.
It has nothing to do with the movie.
The kid just does it. It's one of Doc Brown's kids when they come back on the train for some dumb reason. He said the time machine was bad and had to be destroyed, but he made one out of a train.
Hey,
well, that's what when they make sequels of stuff a lot. they know they're getting people to see it because of the earlier ones.
Yeah.
So they don't even, they go like, do we really have
to try?
Yeah. We don't have to
Do we
try.
have to reshoot that?
Yeah,
Not
let's
really.
just use that.
Not really. Especially it's like, we know we're not making another one of these.
Yeah.
As Danny finds that, I got
Am I
something
going to
else.
be able to hear it?
Oh, is this it?
Oh, yeah. There. Really? So you get these. It's the blonde kid. It's the little blonde kid.
Now it's a race.
Of course it's a race.
But what does that mean?
All right.
It means
Look at him.
future hasn't been written yet. No one's has.
He's pointing at his dick.
First he does.
Yeah, first he goes, come here, come here.
I hope they go back to it for a slow-mo. There we go. Look.
He's going like this. He goes, come here.
Boom.
And then he goes, come here, come here, come here.
And then he goes, boom.
And then he starts pointing at his dick. My dick. This video ends with, what the fuck? What the fuck? Louis,
great.
what is that? A kid that probably has to pee? Or is he
I think
being
he's trying to tell his mom, I need to pee.
Because his mom's right off camera.
Yeah.
I need to pee.
Kids do that all the time when you're shooting with kids.
Yes.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't care about the shot. Hold it
just
and you
don't.
fuck. A great performance is going on. You're in the background. I don't care.
They felt like they had to leave it in there, though. I
They
mean,
must
someone
have-
had to have picked up on it.
Oh, well,
and
I'll tell
edited
you
it.
why. Because is that the real, that's blown up, or is that the...
That's, well, yeah, I think the second and this is blown up. But
Because there's a fucking, look at how much, look at the, let me see the wide shot. Let me see the wide shot, the original shot of it. Look how much is going on here.
Yeah, there is a lot of shit.
Stop on the shot of the kid. Stop.
All right.
You've got a fucking dog that has to be, and you have two children. This woman, fucking Lloyd, what's his name? Christopher Lloyd probably was like, he came out of his trailer and it'd be like, we got fucking 40 minutes with him. And then he's leaving. That's probably the back of Michael J. Fox's head.
There's
like, it was just so much goes to the.
There's spinning steam machines.
Yeah, there's that thing of there was something wrong with every take.
It's
There's
probably
one take where the dog was licking his Christopher Lloyd's ass. There's one take where the kid on the left was looking right at the lens. There's some editor somewhere who was like, "We're gonna use the fucking shot.
We got to use the dick touch
of the
shot.
kid saying I
This is
gotta
the
go to
best
the
one.
bathroom."
It's not like people could freeze it at home
Play
again.
it again. That's amazing, though, that the kid, and with the music, once you have all the trappings of the scene.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
my dick.
And then he
looks right
does look at the lens.
Flashes the
He
lens.
looks right at the lens. And then he's going to say something. I think he's going to
he
say
is.
something.
He does. I think they cut. Go back
Go
to the
back
white
to the
again.
full shot
Fuck
again.
This is the weirdest scene.
Yeah. He does this. He points at his dick. He looks at the lens.
Your future is whatever you make it.
And then he looks up at his mom probably and goes,
Yeah,
and he's
now
going,
he's mouthing
I have to pee. I have to pee.
Yeah, he was about to talk.
He was ready to talk.
He's definitely mouthing something. Oh, wow.
Your future is whatever you make it. So make it a good one. Both of you.
He had
So
a piss.
weird.
The kid had a piss. What are you going to do?
Isn't that a weird one? It's really strange.
Dumb kid.
Let me go to Bill in Brooklyn. Bill, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I was watching a show, and they were interviewing Shirley Temple, and she was talking about when she was a kid, she filmed a movie that took place in Africa, and there was a part in the movie where the kids, these little black kids, got to run down a hill, and they're supposed to fall. So when they scream action, they tell the kids to run down, and there's a guy at the bottom of the hill with a rope, and he pulls the rope so all the kids purposely fall down. And she talked about how they were fucking crying and everything else and all cut up. I found it hilarious, but she says that's what gives equal rights in the 60s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy, to have been able to do that.
Just imagine what you could do. Though.
Yeah, I mean, I do that to actors. Sometimes you don't tell them what's going to happen because you want to get a natural reaction.
Oh, right.
But
Yeah.
boy, to be able to do that to kids, yeah.
The greatest behind the scenes I ever saw was for Close Encounters with working with kids. Because that little kid, how they did this scene where the aliens are coming into the house and the kid's looking around all freaked out. And then he looks at what you perceive as one of the aliens and he starts, first he's startled and then he gives this puzzled look and then he starts smiling.
Yeah.
And it's like, how the fuck did you get a kid to do that? And they showed how it was done with a friend that he had made on the set out of one of the grips or something, and he was dressed in a gorilla suit in a box. So when the kid walks into the kitchen, he hits his mark and looks, he sees a box in there, and then the box top comes off, and there's a gorilla. So he steps back all startled, and then the friend took the gorilla head off and smiled at the kid, and the kid went like, hey, and starts smiling. Yeah.
Wow.
And the way it's done, you look at the shot and go, that kid just looked at a fucking alien. You know, and he was startled. Great. He did it. It was all Spielberg. It was all fucking Spielberg's idea to put it in the box and get this reaction from this kid. It was amazing.
Spielberg was
he was the best with kids. He'd always have those little Spielberg kids with their little Spielberg kid haircuts.
If you look at the DVD from Jaws, there's this horrible thing where there's a guy who gets bit in half, and he's holding a kid, and the shark is pushing him through the water.
Yeah.
And he's in the shark's mouth holding a child. Because he's saving the child, even though he's being eaten.
Yeah.
And they cut, it was just too gross.
It was too gruesome?
They fucking cut it.
Holy shit.
But it's in the DVD, you get to see like a shitty, like one shot of it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen some of the extras on that one. I don't remember seeing that one, though.
Some even modern movies, like the Mel Gibson's movie, the Jesus one, the Passion of the Christ.
Yes.
He's wearing a fucking suit of torn flesh. Like, by the time you get to the point where he's been... his body's been torn up. The only way to do it, like, he can't lacerate into a body. So they put a skin suit over him. If you look at those scenes in the movie, they put a skin suit over him and then cut that up. And he looks like fat. He looks like heavy.
He's a little heavier?
Yeah, because it's...
Jesus put on a little weight during that walk?
Jesus.
I think of the walk he gained a few pounds.
Jesus, what the hell's going on?
Jesus. Like, he's got kind of like love handles.
Love handles.
Hey, let's go back to Indiana Jones. I do remember this one. Doug, go ahead.
Hey, you were talking about Indiana Jones earlier. When he gets dropped into that tomb place and there's all the snakes on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Snakes, and he's staring at that cobra. There's a piece of glass between Indiana Jones and the cobra, and you can clearly see his reflection in the glass.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. In the later versions, they CG'd that out.
They got rid of it?
They actually got rid of his reflection. But, yeah, he was facing off of the cobra right when he falls, and they said they meticulously went through to clean this fucking glass to make sure you didn't see a spot on it. And there's his reflection in the fucking glass.
Wow. There's a few movies where if you freeze DVD frames, sometimes people cut right on the hairy edge, like right before something happens.
Oh, something happened. Yeah.
But you can see on Dr. Strangelove, there's a scene with George C. Scott in the war room. I don't know how well you remember the movie.
Oh, yeah. Hell
but he gets upset and he starts running over to these guys to make a point. And he falls down and he like rolls over, head over heels. And then he gets on one knee and says something. It's a really weird moment. And if you cut right before they cut away, I mean, if you freeze, you see him everybody starts to laugh.
Oh, really?
Like he fell down during a take, and then he said his line anyway, and then everybody bursts out laughing.
Starts laughing.
There's one frame of him breaking character because they wanted every second they had.
Yeah.
So when you cut a frame of a movie, you burn a frame. When you cut actual film, you have to destroy a frame. So sometimes they end up having to leave one end of the, because it's like you have to cut in twos, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if they cut further back, they would have lost.
They would have lost part of the scene, so they got to leave the other one.
Yeah, so they had to leave a little bit.
Shit.
But watching it projected, you would have never seen it. You could probably find that.
Oh, it's
cool. A funny moment to see.
Love that, because they're just some of these huge major motion pictures, and
little fuck ups.
Whoopsie. That's great.
Animal House. No way did they have film flubs in Animal House.
Of course. I like the one of my favorite scenes in Animal House is when Flounder's bringing his chick in, his hot girlfriend, and he's just a fat mess, and he brings her through the door, shuts the door, a beer bottle is launched. And I'm sure it was a prop bottle, but it's coming so fast, and it hits her right on the top of her ponytail. And she turns her head like, holy fuck. I mean, it's a real reaction. It just missed smashing her directly in the face.
Wow. So it must have been real.
Yeah, it hit her ponytail, and she turns her head, and even Flounder kind of looks like, holy shit. And they just continue walking. But I don't think it was meant to get that close to her head.
Well, this guy actually might have a good angle on Animal House. I was joking with him, but Brian, go ahead.
Hi, fellas. Love the show. There is a scene with Dean Warmer and the mayor. It's right at the end where they're having that parade, and there is an old curmudgeon in the background.
Oh, yeah, making faces.
Did you see that guy? I watched that back in college. It absolutely lost my mind. I thought it was
I've never seen this.
There's a guy in the background, and he's like, he's blinking and making weird faces.
Can you find a King of Comedy?
Oh, King of Comedy. Fucking Maury from Maury's Wigs.
Maury is behind him.
Behind him in the restaurant.
Matching all of his gestures.
Yeah, making fun of him. And matching his gestures.
He's out of focus, and he's doing all of the same gestures.
As Rupert's talking to the chick,
yes,
he's like mocking Rupert by imitating him. And it's Maury from Maury's Wigs from fucking Goodfellas.
Who's not an actor, really.
No,
he was a realtor that De Niro knew.
Hey.
And he threw him in the movie.
Okay.
So why was he doing that?
I don't know why.
I don't know why that's in there.
Scorsese did that.
Why was that in there? That is hilarious.
It's one of the strangest things I ever saw in a movie. There is a scene in the Batman, the one that Danny DeVito plays the Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
The Penguin is going to visit his parents' grave, and he's walking through a cemetery, and all the headstones are wobbling because they're just shitty styrofoam, and they're all fucking wobbling.
And then he disappears. By the way,
yeah, he's only in a few takes. He's only in one take. So whenever they use that take,
but they go back and forth.
No,
and the over-the-shoulder shot, he disappeared. He was there already.
You see him arrive, though, and then you see him start laughing and leave, like after he gets bored of doing it.
So weird, man.
Where is it?
Was he in the earlier part of this?
Skip ahead.
Yeah, skip ahead. He's going through his autograph book. There he is.
Okay.
There he is.
Okay, so now he's sitting there, and he's clearly watching him.
Yeah.
See, and he's trying to keep himself in the frame there.
Yeah.
He moved over, so
Rupert's showing out the autograph book and bragging about celebrities that he has met and got autographs from, and then Maury from Maury's Wigs just starts imitating him.
Yeah, here we go. Ready? I think it starts now.
Yeah, because he sees she's kind of like, well. But why would Scorsese do this?
I'm not sure why.
Come on. That's good. If I ever meet him and get to interview him, I want to ask him about this.
It's the only thing I want to know about.
The only thing I want to know is why did you put him in there mocking him over his shoulder? He keeps
moving over, knowing he'll be in.
He starts smiling, and he's completely, he's not in focus. He's kind of in the background there.
Yep. Looking right at the two of them.
Yeah. Might as well turn up a little volume, maybe.
Yeah, it's
sorry here.
Do you think he was just on set and thought?
He was a friend of De Niro
and thought he wasn't going to be in the scene.
No, there's no way. No, there's no way. You're fucking looking at,
and he's making fun of.
You're shooting this. Nobody doesn't see him. He's so
right there,
prevalent in the frame.
So I don't understand that at all.
R is the first letter.
Boy, this takes a lot longer than we.
I know, right?
That's
Rupert.
We're in overtime anyway. Who cares?
Click ahead a little bit.
No. Rupert Pupkin. Take this as a gift. Just a couple of
I could watch the scene anyway.
Here we go.
Yeah, I know. It's fantastic.
Yes. Your shrink? That's very funny. No, Jerry Langford. That's right, the Jerry Langford.
He's going to start now.
Yeah.
Did you believe it?
I think he's been listening to his bullshit.
But you're looking at
the... See?
Yeah. He starts mimicking his body movements.
A guy can get anything he wants as long as he
Love
pays
this
the
movie.
price.
God
What's
damn.
so funny about that? I mean, crazier things have happened.
he's shaking his head.
I've never seen this before.
Coast national TV, a bigger audience than the greatest comedians used to play to in a whole lifetime. A shot at a free ticket on a comedy circuit, a comedy show of my own.
He's just.
Why is this in the movie?
I have no idea. I'd love to know why.
And we'll keep it sweet at the sherry.
And then he just gets up and leaves. Yeah.
Way up top so we can look down at everybody and yell, "Hey, tough luck, suckers! Better luck next time."
And he doesn't walk past them. He just walks away behind them. That is the oddest.
That's strange.
Has it ever been
two or three gestures?
Has it ever been explained?
I don't know if anybody. I don't even know if the YouTube people even comment on it there.
Wow.
It's just one of those weird little things.
Wow, that is really strange.
It's funny. I mean, it's fucking funny, but it's weird.
I don't know what made him do it. Well, Scorsese's a little bit trippy, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little strange. Like Mean Streets, which you should go back and watch.
You haven't seen that in a while.
It's so good. But there's really, you know, it's a scene about these kind of like scrappy mobsters in the Greenwich Village in the 60s. But then there's a scene where a guy goes, hey, come into my, this guy that owns the bar, he goes, come in the basement, I want to show you something. He has a tiger in a fucking cage that he bought. And they're all like, what the fuck are you doing with this tiger? And it's kind of a funny scene, but then he gets in the cage with the tiger and he starts hugging the tiger. And it gets really quiet, and they all just stand there staring at him. And he's like hugging this tiger and like talking to it softly. It's a really intense scene that makes no sense in the
movie.
In
the context of the movie, yeah. That's so fucking odd, man.
All right, let's get Louis out of here.
All right.
Let's get us out of here.
Yeah, which means we get to start our
I'm out.
Louis, always a pleasure.
Holy
man.
shit,
Thanks,
it's
guys.
Friday. Oh, by the way, I will be on Red Eye this evening. With Andy Levy is hosting because I guess Greg Gutfeld has something more important than his own fucking show to do.
He's on our show next week.
Oh, is he?
We did a scene that takes place on Red Eye.
Oh, really?
So we shot it on the set.
Oh, very
and Greg
cool.
is in it, and he was great.
Yeah, Greg is really good. Yeah, I like Greg. Andy Levy is hilarious too. The guy that does the mid show and end of the show wrap up. He's hilarious.
You're
and
going
he's
to do
great
that tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing that tonight. I'm not sure because usually when Andy hosts, DeRosa does Andy's part. So
maybe
I'm not
DeRosa's
sure. I
on?
might bump into DeRosa tonight. I'm not sure. But I'll be doing that tonight. Set your DVRs because it's 3 in the fucking morning.
We got a last minute call to do Fallon last night.
Yeah, last night, but it was so last minute.
I was playing golf. He was shooting guns. And they're calling us going,
Crazy.
can you be back in the city in an hour? I'm like, what?
No. Sorry.
Kind of bummed, though.
And I got to go get my herd did.
Hopefully they'll call us and reschedule.
I'm sure they will.
I got to get my herd done. I got to go to Johnson Hog.
Get your herd girl.
Get my herd did at the beauty parlor.
Well, Louis nominated for 4 Emmys.
Yes,
sir. Yeah.
Thanks for coming. I love when you come in, man. It's
guys.
It's
a great
fun.
hang. We blew off everything.
I'm very sorry about last time I overslept.
Oh yeah, we figured that's the last we were going to see of Louis.
Yeah, it was a total mistake because I just gotten an iPhone, which I hate, and I'd set the alarm, and I didn't know how the alarm worked.
But we're such insecure assholes. We're like, say another guy.
Did fucking
another guy
gets 2 seasons.
Who would do it that way? Schedule and you know what I'm going to this way I'm going to send a signal.
Wait, I forgot. I meant to be a scumbag.
And then go, oh, sorry. Get the message, asshole.
But immediately,
get the message.
We don't immediately. We don't even think about the relationship we have. Yeah, see another guy.
Yeah, years of you coming
on
the
having
road
fun
with you guys. Yeah, on the road, and then one time he's like, I woke up late. I missed the show.
That's it.
Yeah, fucking Louis is too big for the show now.
Yeah.
Know why? Because
we are assholes, Louis.
Know why? Because we know in this world, this media world, we're shit.
Yeah,
radio. Everybody in this business is like that. Last time I was here, I was waiting for Roland downstairs for 12 minutes, and then I just went, "Fine, I'm going home." I guess I don't matter like I used to here. This used to come right down and get me. Fine, fuck it then. Fuck it, I'll go home then.
Why are we all
just a baby?
We're insecure assholes.
Yeah, it's the worst.
We're barely holding on to this relationship on both ends.
Horrible.
It's just horrible. What's going on? All right, Louis.
Yeah, Louis. Fantastic again.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy the rest of your summer.
Yeah,
we'll be watching Louis on FX Thursday nights at 10:30. Of course, first season is available.
It's
and
hilarious.
Louis got a bunch of dates in New England, so go to
something.com. Just
where do they go?
Well, LouisCK.net I think has my tour dates on it.
Yeah.
And Letterman on Thursday.
What? Oh, I'm doing Letterman on Thursday. Yes.
Wow, you understood that? We have a hard time understanding Roland.
We don't speak Roland yet.
I thought he said Leatherman Thursday.
Yeah, Leatherman.
And I had
no
no
idea
idea
what movie you
what
were
that
filming
meant.
or something. I didn't know.
They're making a movie out of the Leatherman.
Yes, Leatherman.
Leatherman.
Opens Friday, right?
It's a very good knife that gets rusty.
Yes.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Louis, thank you. Bye-bye.